I don't care if you've been cucking for Ramsey Bolton all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Dro. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit. On my left, your boy Stitch.
I like beer.
That's all you got. All right. On my far right, engineering on the 1 and 2, choke people out on the 3 supports, Chronos.
Daryl Dribble is the biggest cuck of all time.
Ooh, we have to get into that. Last but not least, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
When you put that thing out on layaway, one day someone's going to collect.
Oh, shit. For those of you wondering, Blue will not be joining us. We should have a special guest. He is en route. We will leave that surprise for
Route.
Rootin' tootin'.
This is America, goddammit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Root.
What's that about? Gotta
He
grab
should
that
be joining
aluminum
us now.
foil.
Yeah, he should be joining us shortly. Who we got up in? Do we have anybody in there?
Let's see. Yes, Wild. What's going on?
Yes.
First in the chat, or first at least say something in the chat. So what's going on? And our listener of the week will be where we at? Mr. X, which is awesome because he's gonna be here.
Oh, there goes the surprise.
And then also Daniel Griffith. Thank you very much for being the listener of the week that we actually don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
I know Mr. X in real life.
Old Ninja, we got any liquor to pour out?
We got a whole bunch of liquor to pour out.
Yeah. First, we will start out pouring. I'm going to crack open my photo and pour this out for Monty Halperin, known as Monty Hall.
Okay.
Best known as longtime running host of Let's Make a Deal. And he has a puzzle named after him called the Monty Hall Problem, which I'm actually going to... It's actually going to be a Ask Beef and BTI later.
All right.
Let's Make a Deal literally aired from the 70s all the way through the 90s. Came back in 2009 with Wayne Brady as host, but they gave credit to Monty Hall. He has been married to his wife since 1927. She
27?
Yes.
What the fuck?
She's been married to his wife since 1927.
How old was this dude?
Hold on. His wife died in June.
I can't know now.
No, because I'm getting to it. So his wife passed in June 7th of this year, and he died at the age of 96, and he died October 2nd.
Jesus, that's a full fucking life.
Yeah, so he's been married to her since 1927. Incidentally,
boggles
Someone
my
do
mind.
some math for me. Some quick math.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, it's 2017 now.
yeah. So
Holy fuck, he got married before he was born.
no, he was
I'm just
he. Fun fact: he married a distant cousin. He was introduced
That's
from a
gross.
family
So he's
member.
making Cyclops babies. All right.
Yeah, he was.
Hemophiliacs.
So he had actually a bachelor's degree in science, and he tried to go into medical school, and
To prevent the Cyclops babies.
yeah,
Yeah, no shit.
the school denied him because they had already reached their quotas of Jews for their establishment.
Wow.
It's like, how can I bust nuts in my cousin and not have mutant children?
Break
Yeah.
out the Bunsen beaker.
Yeah.
Bunsen burner.
Damn.
All right.
Next on our list, pouring out more on my 40 for Thomas Earl Petty, also known as Tom Petty.
Damn.
Most famous for being a part of Tom Petty and the Heartbeaters, a rock group. Heartbreakers, sorry. Rock group he had numerous hits with. He has sold 80 million records worldwide. He's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002. He also had solo hits with the Heartbreakers, and he was with the Traveling Wilburys, which included Roy Orbison and Bob Dylan in the late 80s, sorry. Some of his most notable tracks will I Won't Back Down, You're Gonna Get It, It's Good to Be King, Mary Jane's Last Dance, and Free Fallin'.
Yep.
He did numerous acting gigs. He was Lucky on King of the Hill.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he died of cardiac arrest on October 2nd at the age of 66.
That was fucked up because he wasn't quite dead yet.
But people were announcing that he was
People were
dead.
announcing that he was.
And then they went back and doubled, and then he actually passed, and then people were saying he
It's
finally
like Hugh
died.
Hefner all over again. People were like, is he dead? Is he not
Yeah.
dead? Is he just...
But this is like they retracted some stories. Too.
Yeah, they
I
had to.
remember that day.
Because during the day, they said he had passed, but he had went into arrest, survived. Later on that day, went under cardiac arrest again, then passed. Later on that night.
All bad.
So,
All bad. All right.
rest in peace to Tom Petty. Some of y'all are still rocking out, pouring liquor, getting drunk and faded over him. So, R.I.P. to them.
Yeah, man, that is sad. Sad as shit. What are you drinking over there, Kronos? You got a fucking bar, goddammit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Whoa! I had to pull out fucking all kinds of
bourbon.
Is that bullet?
Yeah, that's good shit.
That's a
I
big
got-
ass thing of bullet.
Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling out all my accessories.
He's
Bitter-
making
I got-
goddamn old fashioned.
I gotta have a fucking adult drink tonight.
Oranges, bitters,
Yeah, but it's
bourbon.
damn. God dang.
What is the leaf shit? What is the leaf
That's
shit?
sugar or a
Goddamn,
keto
yeah, I'm
sugar.
fucking keto, so it's stevia.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
What's the lighter for? God damn it!
Well, you'll figure it. You'll find out. This is for this when we start this conversation.
Yeah, you got a
There
strainer.
we
What
go.
the
Bam.
fuck?
Gotta pull out the whole fucking
There's a
thing.
bar kit.
Tell
gonna
the
be awful.
listeners who aren't being able to view what you pulled out here.
I pulled out basically some Bullet whiskey is bourbon, some stevia sweetener, an orange, some fucking bitters, a nice whiskey glass that I got from Blue. This is the evil one because it's misspelled. Because it's gonna be like a night. It's gonna be a pretty fucked up rant. I'm gonna have in a minute, and like bar accessories and shit.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
and a lighter. 'Cause
All right.
burn this shit.
God
But yeah,
damn.
so this is the starter conversation about the Las Vegas shooting. So I'll let y'all start it off while I build my fucking drink.
So,
Might get slightly
Go, buddy.
drunk, and then I'll talk about some shit.
so we're
Oh, I
pouring
forgot
out.
water.
Yeah, we're pouring out more liquor for the victims of a mass shooting that happened in Las Vegas, Nevada on Sunday night, I believe. Yes, it was Sunday night.
Yeah.
Allegedly, a shooter from Mandalay Bay Hotel and Resort,
Why do you say allegedly?
because that's what they're using in the news. But he,
Not the news.
yeah, why not? But he had weapons in his hotel room, and it was near a country concert. It was the last leg of the concert, and he proceeded to fire upon the crowd of 22,000 people. And he killed, I believe the total now is 58 to 59, and over 500 injured.
Terrible.
Yeah, last I checked, it was 59. Yeah.
Was it, so is that 59 including him?
No, they don't. Normally, they don't count the
Yeah.
shooter if he. Counts.
Okay, so then 59 is the final tally, because I've seen numbers go up since Sunday.
The last I saw is it's 58 or 59, something like that, right there. But
Yeah, so I guess numbers are still coming in because there are people who are injured who may not make it.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
So-
they'll adjust. But at this, I mean, we're just counting, splitting hairs at this point.
yeah.
But it could go up.
Yeah, it could go up by. I mean, out of those 500, another 20, 30 may not make it.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully everybody that's
God
still
damn.
around has a full recovery. That's what we're all hoping for. But a national tragedy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is I guess once again the largest mass shooting in America
in modern history.
modern history. Yes. It was like I guess a year and a half ago the Orlando nightclub shooting happened. But it's unfortunate, and there's still it's real fishy about this one is because it seems like not a lot of the details have come out specifically about what happened. I mean, this is something that's really not I mean, it's kind of unimaginable if you think about it. It's something that you really can't prepare. And I've seen people sort of talk about, oh, well, how do you get all that shit in a room and et cetera? When, I mean, you can put whatever the hell you want in your hotel room.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
one's checking bags when you check into a
it's
Las
sort
Vegas
of
hotel.
it's an unrealistic concept.
It's
to-
stupid. It's like this dumbass sheep. I'll get into it in a minute.
Yeah. So there's been just a lot of people were trying to look into the shooter. I guess we'll say his name is Stephen Paddock. Is that his name?
Yeah, I guess he was a
67.
67-year-old,
Or 64, 67.
whatever, upper 60s
He's dead.
guy
Fuck him.
from somewhere. Suppose he had no major red flags in his previous history.
Multi-millionaire.
Yeah, I guess they
Really?
said he was
He had
some sort
millions
of
of-
gambler.
Yeah, he was a
I don't know
gambler.
if he was
He was a
millionaire, but-
gambler. He had real estate with his brother, and he had another business where he was making millions of dollars.
Okay.
That's why FBI investigators are baffled because he doesn't fit the usual quote unquote profile of a mass murderer.
What's the profile of a mass?
Usually like a loner. Don't have
Yeah,
life,
usually a
pretty
loner,
poor.
usually someone who like tries to reach out but no one like helps them or whatnot. Usually picked on, abusive home,
Usually younger as well.
usually younger. I think the age range 18 to 35 is the cutoff, something like that. What else?
Yeah, but we'll find out, I guess, a lot more
What up,
to
what up?
come.
Mr. X joins.
Mr. X walks
Mr.
in.
X joins.
Hey, what's going on?
Pull up a seat.
We will find out, I guess, more to come because obviously something like this took planning. It wasn't just a spur of the moment. Oh, I'm upset today.
Nope.
I'm going to just go into my work and start blasting coworkers. I mean, he booked the I guess super suite at this hotel and unloaded all his stuff. Supposedly, I guess he had cameras outside the room to see if people were coming up.
Whoa! What? How do you set up cameras without the hotel staff
Well,
knowing?
I'd read that there was a security guard that was shot.
Oh, shit.
For the hotel, but at this point, it's still a lot of speculation. Because I remember when the news first dropped. At first, it was there's 2 injured, and then there's 20, and then the total goes up, and everyone's just wild with speculation. And we're getting a little bit more clarity, but there's still a lot of questions like to be asked.
Yeah.
It seemed like I guess today or yesterday they sort of announced or released information on, I guess, how his weapon was able to fire so many rounds. Because when you see the video and the tape of actually if it happening, it sounds like just automatic, like like nonstop, like you're. I mean, not to be funny, but like you're playing a video game, you just got like a chain gun and everything, and it was just going off for a while. I mean, people had no idea really what was going on, and that's kind of like, unfortunately, the scary thing is when you're at a music festival like that and outdoor stuff, you hear like a random noise. A lot of people thought it was something going on with the sound system before they actually realized, oh shit, that's fucking gunfire, and we're able to, I guess, finally figure out to either duck or take cover, but unfortunately,
Wasn't a whole lot of places to take cover.
Yeah, exactly. With somebody up that high shooting down, and you're in an open area. I mean, it's hard to run and do stuff. And I mean, lying down is. I mean, you're just at the mercy of the shooter, unfortunately.
Jump in here, Kronos. I know you got thoughts. You got your drink already.
Or do you want to wait to us to?
Just like fucking sipping this old fashioned I just made.
So the one thing that was kind of weird to me is that
I was gonna talk though, but you know.
Yeah, but I thought you said you wanted to get a quick minute.
No, my drink is made, bro.
Okay. I just wanted to point out the whole thing about his dad.
Go ahead.
How they brought up that he was a bank robber in the 60s, and how he was he was part of FBI's top 10 most wanted for a while, and he evaded the police, but then he eventually got captured. So I was wondering why they brought this into light. I'm like, what is his dad? I mean, this happened when he was younger, so they're trying to say this influenced him in the later years of his life to pull something off like this. I'm not 100% of that.
They'll always bring that up though. Like if you have a history or your family has history of any crime, whatever, and you go on a
spree,
especially a shooting spree, they'll bring all that up.
Yeah.
You know, if your mom had or your dad had mental health issues or family mental health issues, they'll bring that up all the time. You know.
Yeah, I'll try to dig up all that fucking dirt.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so my thoughts on the shooting, obviously, it was super tragic. I mean, it's fucked up, and the main thing about the shooting that I saw, like, you know, as it happened and after the shooting was just the amount of fucking bullshit that came out by, you know, American society, and people just hopping on conspiracy theories or saying that, oh, well, fuck them because, you know, they're at a country concert, they're probably Trump supporters, and then trying to put the shooter into like, oh, was he Republican or Democrat? Does that really fucking matter? I mean, honestly, does that really fucking matter? What fucking little team he was on or whatever the fuck? Like, none of that shit fucking matters. If you really want to know what the problem, like the reason why I keep on mass shootings, it's us. Honestly, I thought about it for a long time, and it's fucking America. It's not one particular thing. It's a whole shitload of things is the reason why I keep having these fucking problems. Part of the problem, in my opinion, is that our society right now is just fucked up. We have more people in jail right now than any other country. Like, you can combine multiple countries, and we still have more people in jail than that. We have people that have mental health issues that don't get fucking help. They get thrown in jail. We have people that have just serious fucking issues, and we just cast them aside. We can't even have a serious talk about mental health in our society at all. And then people want to try to compare America to, you know, some other places that have these stricter gun laws but don't have as much violence, but they don't have the same problems that we do. First of all, most of these places, they're not as densely populated as us. They don't have the same kind of diversity as us. They don't have the same type of, you know, poor ass ghettos next to rich ass fucking places like we do here in America. That's still a fucking problem that nobody seems to just want to tackle at all. Every time we have these fucking mass shootings, We have the same fucking problems. Are the same people saying the same stupid ass fucking shit. First people are gonna say is, let's take away all the fucking guns. Second people will say is, oh, it's just a mental health issue. It's not the gun. It's the person. I mean, they both have validity to them, but I don't see any valid solutions being done at all. Every single time we have a fucking shooting, nobody does a fucking thing. Nothing. Not even our last fucking president did shit. No. I mean, he might have signed in some fucking law, but it didn't change shit. And I think it's really time for Americans to really look at ourselves and then see what the fucking problem is. Because I think it lies in us. I think it has to do with just how we live on top of each other all the fucking time. The way we have this sheep mentality. When we see people getting fucked up, we don't do shit to help them. Or, you know, we see it every day. Like, you just pass by a fucking bum. You're just like, oh, fuck that guy. He had a fucked up life. He needs to fucking pull himself up by his bootstraps, shit like that. There's some validity to that, but obviously that guy had a fucking way worse off circumstance than you do, and people just don't give a fuck. We disassociate people and then toss them in these little fucking team boxes to make it seem like it's that problem. That's why the first thing somebody fucking said was, oh, was he a Republican or a Democrat? Just so you can distance yourself from being like, oh, well, I'm not on that fucking team, so that team's all fucked up. That's one of the major reasons why we keep having these fucking shootings. It's because as a society, our humanity is fucking missing from this country, in my opinion. I mean, we see it all the time with the way we run our prisons. For fuck's sake, we have fucking paid for prisons now. We send people to jail and a fucking company makes profit off that shit. How the fuck is this legal? We have the same problems that we've been having for the past fucking 100 years, and nobody in Congress or the president has tried to fix it. I'm talking about fucking people being poor. I'm talking about education being a problem. I'm talking about people only have problems with mass shootings. Meanwhile, fucking 500, 800 kids got shot in one fucking city alone in America. Nobody gives a fuck. That's what I'm talking about. And until people want to wake up and see what the fuck's going on, that people die every goddamn day in fucked up circumstances, and not just to wait until people get shot at the same fucking time, to really pay attention, then this country's going to continue to be fucked up. It doesn't matter how many fucking guns you have. Doesn't matter how much shit you do about any of that stuff. If you don't see a human being as a human being and every human life is valuable, then this country is still going to be fucked up. I'm going to take my sip. Y'all keep on going.
So what do you suggest the solution is? And
he was trying to take a sip. God, I'm just
I mean, you know, you're saying that we're not doing anything. We're not doing this and that. I mean, granted, there is not enough mental health
help people being able to be diagnosed.
They closed down all the mental health hospitals back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then they haven't reopened any of them. We have maybe like a handful, you know, just lying around. But other than that, they're always overcrowded.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely reopen them. I mean, we have all this money. I mean, first of all, we have lost $10 trillion. That's with a fucking T. A T, all right?
That's a lot of people.
$10 trillion on the DoD budget alone just last year.
Wow.
$10 trillion.
It grew
that
legs
is
and walked
way
away.
fucking more than our national deficit. Way fucking more. That's where you can start with finding that fucking money and then opening shit back up. We can start with stop having private prisons that make a profit off of prisoners. We can start with actually here at home locally with better communities, actually talking to your fucking neighbors. I can tell you right now, I can barely remember when I moved into this house right here, only one person introduced themselves to me.
Wow.
All right, obviously I'm part of the problem, so I introduced myself, but only one neighbor introduced himself to me. And that was it. I can barely remember his name. Everybody else, I have no fucking clue who they are. No fucking clue who they are. And so that right there is going to make me care that much less about what happens in their fucking life, because I don't fucking know shit about them. You know what I mean? And this is the common theme in most of America. Like, do you guys know your fucking neighbors?
No, fuck no.
I waved.
Kinda.
That's about it.
I know
one of them.
I know none.
Yeah.
None. Except for I know that what nationality they are. That's it.
That's about, like, we don't, and it's easy not to give a fuck about somebody when you don't actually know them. And I think it would be helpful if we actually knew our neighbors. I honestly think that would be a great fucking start, because I think that if you knew your neighbors and we had tight-knit communities, we'd be more aware of when somebody has problems. You know what I mean? Like, if you actually talk to them on a weekly basis, and you would know when they had problems. You would know if their kids were fucked up. You would know if they had a fucked up day. You would know some shit like that, and you'd be willing to, like, actually help them. You know what I mean? Before shit gets too far. And I think that's a fucking very small step in the right direction. I think it'd have a very big impact here in America, because it is really fucking weird for especially people that live out in the Midwest or in other parts of the fucking world, for me to say, or a whole room of people to say that we don't fucking know our neighbors. I think Mr. X knows some of his neighbors more than us do, but the rest of us, we don't fucking know our neighbors, and that's easy to fucking distance ourselves from that shit. And I think, and there's other, I mean, there's obviously other shit too besides like mental health issues. I think there is, there's a gun issue, but I think it has to do with the person who owns the gun. You know what I mean? Because it's just a fucking tool, y'all. I'll keep going back to that. And if people want to keep pushing, you know, more gun laws. I mean, honestly, I just got to be totally honest with you that we have more gun laws in other places in this country, here in California included, and it has done very little to change the amount of gun violence in certain areas, like at all, none.
Well, very little people buy their guns legally if they're going to use it for a crime.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know at this point if the guy had guns legally or illegally or what was going on.
He was really rich. I'm pretty sure he had.
Yeah,
from
what I understand, he bought all of his weapons registered, all legal.
Okay,
But
and then
I don't think
And he
paid
modified. He
he
modified
had the
them.
modified,
Which is illegal, the way he modified them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I mean, and then
It's
based
illegal
on
in that state?
it's illegal in every state to do
Yeah,
that.
to-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You can't take an semi-automatic rifle and then change it
turn
to
it
automatic.
automatic, yeah.
Okay.
There's a
but
couple ways.
supposedly it's like I guess real easy to.
Oh yeah,
do.
it's really. I know
yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it. There's actually two ways to do it. One is fucking with the trigger, and then the trigger mechanism. The other one is using a bump stock, but it's not really automatic fire. You're relying on the recoil of the weapon to basically leave your fucking finger in one position. And then once you shoot once, you put it back a little bit, and then the recoil coming back and forth will automatically press the button again or press the trigger again.
But it's legal to purchase it, not legal to make those
Semi-automatic.
modifications?
It's legal to make the bump stock is legal, but modifying the trigger to go automatic is illegal.
Okay. That's a good clarification.
But yeah, it's just so weird with this incident because like we had said, we don't really know much about the guy. It's still early. There's no signs that saying he had this crazy troubled past, at least yet.
There's no sign of mental health issues so far either.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to say like what could have actually prevented this incident in itself. Now I agree with a huge portion of what Kronos was saying about people just need to start caring about each other, and that maybe that'll help. But I mean, there still will be fucked up just people that just want to, for their own personal reason, wish ill upon others. And I don't know what triggered this person to do it.
In this situation, there was literally nothing they could have done. Nothing they could have done. Like, people have all these weird conspiracy theories about, well, how the fuck did you get all these weapons in, this fucking building? Well, first of all, it's a hotel, like you said before. Nobody gives a fuck what you bring in a hotel.
You can bring in dead bodies if you wanted to a
Yeah,
hotel and just
as long-
stockpile
as
them
long
until
as
they don't start smelling.
Yeah, as long as
as
as long as nobody suspects you or they don't disrupt other guests,
Yeah.
you can bring whatever the
put
fuck
the do
dead
not disturb
hookers.
fucking thing on your. You're good.
That's why a lot of people go to Vegas so they can do mostly illegal shit, but keep it confined to your fucking room.
Yeah, every time we do a portable podcast on the go, I bring a gigantic fucking military-sized fucking box with us.
Yeah.
I could fit
Could
a
be
fucking
C4
arsenal
in
to
that
kill like
motherfucker.
most of the fucking city with that
Yeah.
shit. And nobody bats a fucking eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just there's nothing you can do about it. Somebody wants to kill somebody like that. I mean, there's nothing you can do to stop it.
I also want to reiterate the point about discussion. I mean, people need to talk about what the fuck's going on. It sort of aggravates me when people say like, "Oh, now's not the time to talk about this or do whatever," because all it does is just gets pushed back to the back burner, and we never fucking ever really have a conversation about it. We thought that, oh yeah, well, now's not the time. When someone shot up at elementary school, it's too soon. It's too soon. We never got around to ever fucking talking about that. We never got around to talking about, oh, it's too soon. They shot up a night. This person came in, shot up a gay nightclub. Oh, it's too soon to talk about people going in with hate crimes and et cetera and this and
Well, I can understand some part of that, like saying it's too soon. Because yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, we should be giving the victims really time to grieve and shit like that. So from that perspective, I can understand when somebody says it's too soon. However, if you're gonna say it's too soon, you need to talk about it. Like
We
you're
never
basically
do.
putting a pin in it, right? But we never do.
we never ever fucking do. And it's been a continuing cycle of, oh yeah, we'll talk about it now, it's too soon, blah blah blah. Then the next fucking something else happens and we get sort of distracted. Oh yeah, we'll talk about it, it's too soon when a kid rolls up into a fucking church in South Carolina and starts just offing people or whatever. But no, it's too soon. And it just aggravates me. I mean, I don't know if the answer is fucking laws or whatever. I mean, but the discussion needs to be had with people from both sides. They just need to sit down and fucking come to a reasoning about it. And I mean, in terms of making it political, I understand what you're saying about not making it political, be like, oh, these are Republicans or these are Democrats doing this or whatever. But in terms of like sitting down actual politicians that might be able to make a difference or come to some sort of understanding, I think that does need to be done.
Well, I think that's another problem, is that we have accepted it's corrupt at this point. Our government is legit corrupt.
Local and federal.
97% of the people in Congress get reelected, and they have a 16% approval rating.
Yeah.
16% approval rating.
Most people don't care about voting unless it's president.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Yes.
People just, they don't give a and gerrymandering has a lot to do with it too, but I think people don't give a fuck enough about shit like this, and slowly but surely they're taking away shit. Like, they're seeing what they can get away with. Like, the fucking just kind of going off the rails a little bit, but the Equifax shit is a perfect example. Fucking Equifax, which I just got hit with that shit. I actually got hacked. I had to fucking change my goddamn... somebody bought some shit in Florida from the Equifax hack.
Damn.
And so I had to fucking change one of my cards and shit. But Equifax, which just got hit with a hack like back in March, didn't admit it until months later, and still they haven't contacted anybody who was affected. Like, I checked the list to see if I had to go on their website to see if I was affected by this shit.
Yep.
And they said I was affected. And guess what happened? They got a fucking bid. They got a contract, a no-bid contract from the government from the IRS for over $9 million for some kind of security shit. Yeah. I'm like, how the fuck does that happen when they just had one of the largest security breaches in American history?
They also had false reports initially about the number of people affected, and now, I think it was yesterday or earlier today,
and they're still
it's
not
a much larger, like along the lines of maybe 1 billion people or something.
And they're not contacting anybody. They're not contacting anybody.
Yeah.
That's if there's a class action lawsuit, I'm actually gonna get on that shit because that's fucking bullshit. I got swindled for fucking almost like $3,000.
God damn.
You know,
but and just to sort of finish on my point, when the government wants to, they can fucking make changes and put laws into effect when they want to and everything. I looked up several examples, like the Megan's Law in 1980. I think it was 1993. There was a 7-year-old girl in New Jersey named Megan Konka. She was raped, murdered by a sex offender who was released. At that time, only police departments knew where like sex offenders were. She was murdered, raped, et cetera, and then in 89 days later, the state of New Jersey were like, nah, this has got to change right fucking now. Wow. And they made it a fucking a statewide thing. And then in 2 years, President Clinton signed on and making a federal thing where if there's a sex offender, anybody can access and look to see where the fuck that they are at and know what the fuck's going on. It takes something fucking crazy, and unfortunately, as a society, we're just tone deaf to just people just randomly getting shot the fuck up.
Well, see, that's the problem is that when somebody talks about making additional laws, it's already super fucking illegal to kill somebody. Obviously, that law's not working. It's illegal to modify your weapon to become automatic. Obviously, he broke that law. So what are you gonna toss? What, another law at that shit?
Well, I mean, the whole purpose of laws is to hopefully prevent behavior from happening. But now there's no way to completely get rid of all behavior. That's a pipe dream. That's something that's not fucking realistic.
At the same time, I don't think this guy even planned on surviving this whole thing. So he doesn't give a shit about what law he's breaking. What law he's gonna end up.
Yeah, you know? People are going to break laws. People just need to come to terms with that. I mean, by saying we need more laws, it's not trying to get to, we're living in a perfect utopian society where there's no one fucking committing crimes and stuff. But I mean, when it just seems like when something shocks us enough, then the people in government get off their asses and handle shit. When people were giving birth to babies and just throwing them in dumpsters, then the fucking government put in all these safe haven places where you can bring a baby to a police department or a fire department, and you don't have to worry about being asked questions or anything, because people were getting fucking freaked out about 16-year-old girls throwing babies in dumpsters and just leaving them on the fucking side of the road. When we saw fucking planes go into a fucking building on 9/11, they put out the fucking Patriot Act in 45 days. So when something shocks them...
But the TSA has not caught a single terrorist.
The TSA is sort of different than... that's its own separate...
Yeah, the Patriot Act, we lost freedoms in that act. That's a terrible example.
disagree.
You disagree all you want, but we lost freedoms. We
lost freedoms.
Let's go down the Patriot Act another day.
time. Yeah, let's bring it back to what
but
happened.
the government, when they want to, they can get off their asses and put laws into effect that they think might make a difference. And we can go back and revise it and see if it actually works.
But this is the problem. Go ahead, Mr.
I'm just saying you're going to keep adding laws, but doesn't mean that it might not even mean it's going to stop. People are going to break laws.
I agree. I mean, the same thing with Megan's Law.
How many more gun laws do we need in this state before,
I agree, but it seems like with the only time a lot of people make that excuse or that reasoning is with gun stuff. We don't say, oh, well, why? It doesn't matter. Megan's Law. People are losing freedoms because now everyone knows where the fuck we live. It doesn't matter.
Well, but they already broke the law, so that's understandable. I mean, if you broke the law, then that you lost some rights. But if you're a law-abiding citizen, you should not be losing your rights.
Well, in theory, you're supposed to, if you do the crime, then whatever, you're supposed to come back as a new citizen, etc. You're still technically.
Wait,
I'm not trying to argue.
For sure, that's another thing. I mean, because our prison system right now is not built towards rehabilitation.
Yeah,
it's built towards making money. It should be rehabilitating people.
Yeah, but
you shouldn't be throwing people in jail that are on drugs and shit like that. You should be putting them in a rehab facility to rehabilitate them. And if you have other criminals that are in there, you should treat them to get better. You shouldn't just throw them in jail. In America, we're all about fucking punishment. That's why the first thing we wanted to do was talk about his background, how we can punish them. It's basically punishing the people that are around him that are still alive. And then also that's another reason why they threw him in the fucking team thing. Like, we want to make sure he's a Republican so we can punish that team.
I don't agree with that whole aspect. I'm interested in learning, because I think that's how you help either profile, because I do believe in profiling, not like racial profiling, but in terms of like seeing signs that could trigger somebody to possibly
That's how they caught the Unabomber, right?
Well, yeah. But fuck, I lost my whole train of thought with Unabomber. But they're put in place to help prevent. I mean, when Brock Turner was out, got let go on a slap on the wrist sort of sentence.
Stanford student.
Everyone's like, no, we can't have this. We need tougher sentencing. And obviously, no one's thinking that. Oh, well, people are still going to rape people on college campuses. Like, everyone understands that that's going to happen. That's a problem that's not going to go away. There's going to be men that batter women in relationships. Domestic violence isn't going anywhere. Child abuse isn't going anywhere. But I have no issue with us doing whatever the fuck we can to try to prevent it. Well, and even though it's not going to be a zero result, if it stops one person or two people or 100 people from beating their kids, from having their daughters raped on a college campus, or their wife or girlfriend beat, or maybe even preventing a shooting, I'm for that. I mean, that's
but this is I don't know, man. Like, I am not for more laws. All right, I'm for citizens being better citizens and not relying on laws to basically reinforce morality. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why you need a law to basically tell you more than once that killing somebody is bad. It's already a fucking law.
I agree. I mean, we're on the same mental wave logically. Yeah, I don't need a law to tell me, hey, I shouldn't do that shit. Some people just don't give a fuck, and at certain points they don't belong in society, and there need to be speed bumps and hurdles to prevent them from doing dumb shit that they think is all right.
Okay.
I mean,
getting back to when this first went down and kind of piggybacking on what Cronus was talking about earlier, mostly what I heard when it first went down, all we heard was there was a shooting. The things that I heard right from the bat was, this was the Muslims. This was a Muslim attack. ISIS did this.
Oh, that was heavy speculation.
Yes.
Off the bat then.
Well, apparently ISIS claimed that they.
So the Islamic
ISIS
State
be claiming everything.
Yeah, the Islamic State has tried to claim anything that is tragic to America, and they tried to claim this. They're trying to say that he converted, but the FBI is saying there's nothing indicated that he's had any kind of communication whatsoever with the Islamic State or any other extreme Islamic group. And then the thing is that people were making these assumptions that, that this radical religious group was the one responsible, because they were saying this was a terrorist act. And then people were saying, oh, he needs to be labeled as a terrorist. And people were saying, like, well, why won't the media say this is a terrorist act? Why aren't they calling him a terrorist? And I'm like, why does that matter?
It doesn't
Like,
matter, but there are specific things that you need to be labeled as a terrorist. And,
yeah, I figured that much.
and he doesn't
He doesn't fit.
Yeah, because he didn't put out any kind of statement, so we have no idea what he was trying to change.
Yeah,
So
we don't know his motive. or
Yeah,
anything.
we don't know motive.
mass murderer, yes.
Yeah, that's all we got. So people were wanting him to be labeled a terrorist. Well, what does that give you if he's labeled a terrorist?
Nothing.
That just changes your conversation because there's no proof to say anything of that. And just the wild, like, accusations before any kind of information. This is initially before any kind of information came out about the shooter. People were making wild assumptions.
Yeah.
Most of which I heard were Muslims, and these are from people that I know. That I was not aware that all of a sudden they'd start blurting this out. I'm like, dude, why don't you just wait until we get information?
Like Chrono say, people don't care about other people. Like it's ridiculous. They're set in stone in their ways, and they just are quick to just be like, oh, somebody did this.
And this group did this. This specific group did this before any kind of like facts come out. But I'm starting to notice when I talk to people that own their own business, are financially stable, that they are starting to blame groups without any kind of juxtaposition or any kind of like base, pretty much. Because I was talking to someone who I was having a very pleasant conversation with. This guy was educated, had his own business, and all of a sudden someone said something off the cuff and he immediately jumped on Obama let in all the Muslims.
Oh God!
This is why we're having all these problems. It's Obama's fault that the Muslims are here. He should have closed the borders beforehand. Now we have to deal with them. They're already here. And I was like,
okay,
what the fuck?
Okay, so I have a question though. Okay, for example, I just thought of a random example. In certain states, they have laws that are being passed. I know Louisiana was one of them that have a certain like escalator for crimes against law enforcement officials. Mr. X, what are your thoughts on that? Because essentially, I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to fucking put your hands on a police officer or fuck up a police officer and everything. So these states are passing laws to punish people more. Saying, hey, this is a blue line law. I forget the actual name for it, but in terms of if you do something against an officer, it's even more escalated. Sort of like a hate crime law. But to me, that's sort of like the same language in terms of us. Yeah, I know
that's a weird line.
Huh?
That's a weird line.
What do you mean?
Because that gives them like overseeing power. Like if you're a cop and you have a chip on your shoulder about any kind of demographic, that seems to give you the blanket to fuck someone up.
No.
We asked Mr. X. Hold on.
Yeah, he did.
He's talking about a greater. Let me get this straight. You're talking about a greater sentence for people who assault officers.
Yes,
is what you're talking about.
Yes.
And you're asking me how I feel about?
Yeah, because I mean, obviously I'm for punishing motherfuckers, but in many ways that's we're throwing more laws onto something that is already illegal, and criminals are still going to fuck up police officers regardless because they just are pieces of shit and don't care. So in theory, to me, that's almost the same thing. So I'm trying to find out like why do we feel different about something like that? And also hate crime laws, because essentially you shouldn't be going around fucking up people or punching people in the face. But all right, if it's racially motivated, okay, we're going to throw this extra law on top of it when you shouldn't be punching people in the face in the first place or lynching people. So I'm just trying to find out like why do we have different comparisons? No, I was just summarizing.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a tough question to answer, but I guess they're trying to make it seem like it's more like hate crime motivated. Like, you know, if you assault someone just because he's a peace officer, which is happening a lot more now,
right?
Or is being brought forward more because of, you know, all the videos of officers fucking up and, you know, messing with people or assaulting people. But now, you know, it's a tough time to be a police officer because right now, you know, back in the day, cops were loved and were seen as heroes or whatever. But I think it's a lot less now seen as heroes, and now they're just pigs.
Yeah.
You know? So if you're going to assault someone just because, it's just like if you assault someone just because of their race or their color or their sexuality or whatever. You know, if you assault someone just because they're a cop and trying to make a living for their family and having a decent job and is a good person, then why not punish them more? Because you're basically just putting them in a category and insulting them for that reason.
Okay. I mean, I agree.
The reason why I said it was a weird line is because if you do that and then somebody is like defending. It's too fucking rare. I'm not even gonna I'll say it off the air.
Okay.
Because it's too rare of an incident. I'll talk to Mr. X about it.
All right. Final thoughts on this one because we got to move on.
Yeah, there was one last thing that I wanted to bring up is that there was a guy named Dan Bilzerian who was a former Navy and he actually went to Buds to be a Navy SEAL. Okay. And he ended up not passing. I forget the actual story why he didn't pass. He dropped out for some reason. I can't fucking remember. And he was actually in Vegas at the time. He lives in Vegas. Okay. And he became a millionaire by playing cards and shit. So he's like, he lives a really interesting life. Yeah. He was in Vegas during the shooting, and there was a woman that was shot, like literally right in front of him, like in the head, and she died, like on the spot. And so he Snapchatted him running from the gunfire to get his gun, and then he said he was going to come back, and he came back with his gun. So he was catching a lot of heat from people that were saying that, oh, he was a coward. Oh, if you're in the military, you run towards, gunfire, blah, 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 blah. I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Look, I'm a Marine. I've been in gunfire. I've been almost fucking blown up. If you don't have the means to defend yourself, why in the fuck would you run towards gunfire? If you have no cover, no concealment, nothing to protect yourself with, no fucking firearm, what the fuck? What are you going to do? You going to throw a rock at him 32 stories up? What the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah, especially...
Honestly, go ahead.
No, I mean, you can finish up. Go ahead.
Well, and if he decides to get his gun and come back, like, what the fuck are you going to do? First, if you get a pistol, there's no fucking way you're going to shoot 32 stories up. There's no way you're going to hit the fucking guy. Second, if you grab any fucking firearm whatsoever and you come on the scene, Mr. X, what the fuck's going to happen in an active shooter situation?
You'll get shot.
Yep. Yep.
But, yeah, I mean... Like you're saying, there's no way to defend yourself. Why would you run towards gunfire? I mean, he's not a coward. He's just trying to save his own life. There's no way that he's going to do any difference. The guy had positional advantage. The guy had,
by far,
the sight of the whole area. You can see the whole area. Yeah. So if anyone's running towards him, he'll be able to see that. And
like, what are you going to run to? I mean, you don't even know. You can, from where he was standing, there was no way you would know exactly where the fuck he was at in the building. Yeah. Because guess what? In America, they skip fucking levels. Yeah. And you wouldn't know the fucking room number from the outside. No. It's fucking impossible.
You shoot towards the hotel. Anyways, you'll kill somebody.
Bullets are coming faster than you're hearing them coming, especially from that distance. So
no, but even if you shoot towards the muzzle flash, you're gonna kill someone in another in the room below them, in the room above them.
It sounds like people having fantasy tough guy scenarios going on in their heads about, but like what I really mean is fantasy stuff, thinking it's an action movie almost, and like, oh, I would do this because I'm a big tough guy. I'm gonna jump 32 floors up and knock out the guy with my bare fist who's shooting
like that.
It's fantasy bullshit,
and literally,
it doesn't make any sense.
The cops would probably kill you first.
Of course they will.
To be honest with you, if you come on the scene in an active shooter situation with any fucking firearm,
and you're not a cop,
you're gonna get fucking shot.
I remember
by the cops.
I used to argue with people that all the time during the movie theater shooting. I was like, you have no fucking idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, like honestly, if you happen to be in a shooting situation and you happen to have a firearm on you and you happen to shoot the guy, the best thing you can do in that situation is put the fucking gun down next to you and put your hands behind your head and just fucking wait for the cops.
Yes.
Like honestly, because if you don't, they're gonna fucking kill you.
Be a problem.
Because they're gonna think that was you.
Of course they will.
Yeah.
All right.
Two things. One, fuck Haley.
Just throw it as far away as possible. Far away as possible.
I think also going back on that, I think it's like a Call of Duty syndrome. A lot of these kids sit there and they play video games. They run towards the fire. There's no consequences. If you get shot.
If I get shot, I just need to take cover and I can heal.
If I die, I respawn.
There's no respawning. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, honestly, with me, if I was in a situation where there's a live fire situation, and I have my family with me or people I know with me, I want to make sure that me and those people get out safely rather than try to go and because if I have my kids or whatever with me, I'm not going to run towards fire, then I get killed, and then who's going to take care of my kids?
Yeah, who else? How does that... Yeah. You know what? Okay.
I don't know why he was Snapchatting it, though.
No, he was just... Because I don't know why people were
at a concert, right?
Yeah, they were at a concert. This is to show that some shit was happening, because like a bunch of people were taking videos, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I saw that, but I mean, if I hear some shots, I'm running.
No, he was running while he was Snapchatting. He was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, getting my gun.
Oh, I mean, I just wouldn't be talking about fun. I'd be like,
all right. To close this out, One, fuck Haley Gaffman Gold, former CBS lawyer, for saying some shit about how these people deserve to get killed because most country goers tend to be on the Republican side. So fuck your couch. And then the city of Las Vegas has set up a GoFundMe. So if you want to help donate, just look up the Las Vegas shooting and then GoFundMe. There's a donation there to help the victims and the families. There is.
Focus on them more than anything else is what I would say.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to help, all right. If you want to help, don't say thoughts and prayers. Actually, fucking help and help them. If you don't want to help, it's fine.
Give money.
It's fine. Right now, I haven't given any money. I'm just saying, if I could donate blood right now, if I hadn't been overseas for so fucking long, I would donate blood to help them. But I'm not going to say thoughts and prayers.
Hysterical. I mean, that's going to be a different topic for a different day. But thoughts and prayers is that's going to be a good topic to discuss one day.
That shit doesn't help.
All right. Change your Facebook picture.
Yeah, put that profile thing.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. How society is the fucking problem. This is our advocates now. Okay. Is thoughts and prayers. Change it. Put a fucking filter on my Facebook
Pray for
photo,
Vegas.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Our hashtag. That's not fucking help. You're virtue signaling. That's all you're doing.
The Gifted. The television program that came on Fox.
Was it filmed in Vegas though?
Yeah, exactly.
Filmed in Atlanta.
I think it's Atlanta. Yeah,
we keep going back.
Got brought in Atlanta.
This is an X-Men series by Fox. This is their second one this year. Earlier this year, they had Legion. It was and most people liked this pilot. I think overwhelmingly, most people were more positive on it than negative.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, and I think I know why you have a problem with it, but we'll see.
Yeah, my issue, and I'm not completely shitting on it, because I'll say at the very beginning, a good 80% of all pilots suck. You know, a lot of shows, even the best of shows, a lot of times get better as they go on and they find their fucking footing.
Of course.
Yeah, Winona Earp was definitely like that. Their pilots suck.
Pilot was trash.
Yeah, and then like second episode on, I was like, okay, I can stay with this, and then it got super better, especially towards the end.
Shout out to Dominic Provost-Chalky.
I miss her.
Thank you.
But for this one, my issue was I didn't really feel this nuclear family at the core with what you looking at me crazy? What?
No. On that same note, why the fuck is the daughter so hot and the rest of them are average as fuck?
Yeah, the daughter is kind of
I was like,
hot,
what
How's
the
the daughter?
fuck? She's 18.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, you got a model with like some fucking plebeians.
Because I was looking at her and I was just like, she looks pretty fine.
Wait. The mom isn't bad. The mom isn't bad. She's not ugly.
Vampire Bill and then like this like scummy ass dude.
Yeah.
The brother, I'm just like, y'all ain't from the same genetic stock. Get the fuck out of here.
The brother looks like he hasn't hit that like point in high school where your balls truly drop. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he's like freshman high school or whatever. But I agree.
His fucking sister hit puberty. Goddamn it!
Yeah, she looked bad. But yeah, the Central family I didn't give a fuck about, and that was way too much of the focus of the pilot for me. What I did love, though, I like the mutant underground shit, and this is in a world most people are speculating around the timeline of Logan, because the X-Men are gone and the Brotherhood is gone, and they've mentioned that.
It's got to be way before Logan.
Yeah, because nothing futuristic.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm still saying along that same timeline, because in Logan, that's exactly what's happened too. Again, this is speculation. They have not confirmed that.
Yeah.
But with Fox, it feels like maybe 15 to 20 years before Logan. I don't know. And I like everything with, what was it, Polaris? What were some of the other mutants?
I think Warpath is that.
Warpath, yeah.
I'm fairly certain.
Wait, isn't Jamie Chung Psylocke?
No, she's
no, not Psylocke. Not Psylocke.
Just because she's Asian, you fuck?
Oh,
she's Blink.
She's Blink?
What are Psylocke's powers, old ninja?
She has the psionic thing. She's actually British and is stuck in an Asian woman's body.
She wasn't making no portals.
There's teleportation in there.
I haven't seen the show.
You remember Days of Future Past?
That's why I asked the question, bitch.
No, but you remember Days of Future Past, the Asian chick with the purple hair? That's who this girl's playing.
Exactly, yeah. Get in here. What did y'all think of
She's
this?
hot too, even though she has green eyes. Two girls with green eyes.
Oh,
I mean,
Mr. Button.
I enjoyed it. Like you said, pilots are just sort of notoriously kind of weak because I have to sort of set up the characters, and you have to see that corny. Okay, this is the brother, this is the mom, this is the daughter. Oh, brother, daughter hate each other. Whatever. It's sort of just like by the book, scripted bullshit or whatever. But I thoroughly enjoyed it for what was going on in it. Vampire Bill was interesting. How he was, I guess, the lawyer prosecutor.
It was Vampire Bill again, goddammit.
yeah.
He's a prosecutor, like assigned to the mutants.
Yeah.
Basically, any mutants that break crime, he's assigned to like charge them.
It
he's
threw me
on-
off at first because I thought they said Striker at first when I first heard it, but it's something sort of
Strucker.
Yeah, and I was like, are they trying to sort of play at that? But I was like, I don't know, and I just sort of forgot about that.
Reed something. Was
I was reading up on that. I think the Strucker family. I'm trying to remember. It'll come to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Sounds familiar.
So, sorry. Apparently, we've been corrected in the chat room.
What is that?
I've been corrected anyway. From 3 Black Geeks and Handsome Zach. It is not Warpath. It's supposed to be Thunderbird.
Oh, thank you.
Warpath's
Shout out,
That's Warpath's brother.
And I was like, is he Malt Liquor? I'm just.
shout out to Handsome Zach. Shout out to 3 Black Geeks. Love your cat.
Yeah, that's Warpath's brother, I believe.
Okay.
Thunderbird.
But it's
He has it's the same symbol on his arm. That's all I thought it was.
he fooled me. I wasn't clear. Did you guys? And
He didn't fly, so yeah.
I'm gonna let you jump in here. But did you? I didn't like the Sentinels. I'm just gonna flat out say that. I thought that was
Those weren't Sentinels.
those were just
Yeah.
drone. Well,
Those weren't Sentinels.
I thought
What are you
they
talking about,
called
those-
them Sentinels.
those spider
didn't
things?
they?
No.
they
The little the bullshit little ones.
that was just a tool that they fucking had. It was
Yeah.
it's what was they called? What was the name of it?
What did they call them then?
They said bring
Services.
out the weapon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said bring out the
I didn't-
weapon, which was this fucking octopus spider fucking thing that was kind of creepy.
Some Matrix.
The only thing that they said was this Sentinel thing was that little flying drone. But they said it's a Sentinel search. Well, no, the group's called Sentinel, right?
Because there's like a group called like the Sentinel whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sentinel Police basically.
Yeah,
force.
yeah. But they haven't shown actual Sentinel.
like what we.
Okay, if that's
as
the case,
we know them.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I'll retract that. But the little drone stuff, I thought that they mentioned Sentinel, and I fucking blew a gasket.
I don't
like,
think
what
we'll
the
see.
fuck are you doing?
I don't. It would. I think it would be a big plot hole if all of a sudden they just have big 30-foot robots walking around. That would be like. Maybe we'll get there in the series, but to start it out is because I mean they're just prosecuting them and whatever. Sentinels were there to fucking apprehend and fucking kill.
I mean, there is an underground mutant league. You know.
Okay, but Sentinels are fucking
They're
massive
huge, I get
fucking
you.
skyscraper things, and this is sort of like a kind of a MIB organization kind of thing where only Vampire Bill knew about him because he was like, oh, they sent the Sentinel thing. He's like, what, huh? Because his whole when they were eating at the diner, his whole fucking mood changed when he found out that they came to the fucking his door. They're like, you guys, you're not supposed to get away from them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was cool. Get in.
Mr. X, did you watch the show?
I did. So
What'd you think?
going back
dang.
to what I forgot earlier, Strucker. So Wolfgang von Strucker is the leader of Hydra.
Oh yeah.
But I read an article saying that I don't know if they're related to the Struckers or not. I like the show. It was entertaining. I mean, obviously, you're not gonna read X-Men comics and then watch the show and be like, okay, well, this is the show because it doesn't follow, the timeline at all. But I'm curious to see where they go with it. I mean, it was cool, like showing a show where, kind of like the first X-Men animated series TV show where Jubilee discovered her powers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool watching a show where teenagers discover their powers and where they're going to go with them, and what the family is. The family going to turn on them and say, we don't want anything to do with you because you guys are different.
Yep.
Or, are they going to support, especially the dad working against the mutants? Or, are you going to be supportive and be like, hey, let's try to find our kids' safety, which looks like the route they're going to go. So, who knows?
Here's my big other issue too. We're in a world where FX had one of the best superhero shows I've seen this decade, and it was only 8 episodes or 10 episodes long, and that was Legion.
Legion was dank as fuck.
This is no Legion off the bat.
Most people slept on that. Even you.
Yeah.
slept on
Yeah.
that
I
shit
mean,
for a long time.
it took me a while, but I got on board, and Legion was just categorically a better, at least pilot for pilot show. So we'll see if this can keep up at all with Legion.
I like the effects on this one, pilot for pilot, more so than I like Legion.
Wow.
Because I remember in the first episode of Legion, it's like he breaks out of that. Does he break out of the hospital or something?
I believe so.
Well, he gets out.
Yeah, he gets out, and there's like some crazy shit going on where like they're using their powers. They're just like, that looks kind of B grade type stuff. But I think they tried to maybe do too much in that little piece. But Legion was great. I kind of liked their little power set that they have. Girl kind of has better control, obviously, over her powers than
Yes.
the
It's the
sun.
hotness that helps.
Oh yeah, the titties.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is like, so I looked up pictures of her like while I was like watching it, and I
gotta
think
find
they're
her
like
name.
downplaying her
Fappening.
titty meat. I'm just
Titty
saying.
So I'm the only one who hasn't seen it. I was gonna watch it before the cast, but I'm gonna try to watch it either tonight or tomorrow.
I was underwhelmed, but I'm coming back for more. Again, I'm gonna give episode 2 and 3 a shot. So
For sure. Yeah, but like you were saying, you were battling people online. God dang. Why does she
Bruh. What is her name? What is her name?
Who that be?
Has she been anything else?
why does she look like Heather Graham?
Her name is Natalie Allen Lind.
God damn.
Put that in the chat. Let them see it. Let them see them. God damn, they are underplaying her.
Damn. Oh man, she was born in 1999. That's crazy. So
I was in
she's
college.
18.
We ain't got shit in common. It's all good.
God damn.
So if you're listening on SoundCloud or any other thing other than, I guess, YouTube, you're going to have to go to YouTube and watch the replay of this so you can see at this point. I don't know whatever time
Or
index
just look
this
her
is.
up.
That's a good.
Or you can
camera
look her
angle.
up.
I'm just saying.
But if you want to see our reaction,
Holy fuck.
gotta watch.
God
God dang!
God damn.
Damn!
Oh, that is some bustiness. Yeah, okay.
I'm thirsty
She
now.
coming for Stephanie Tanner's throne.
Yeah.
Oh damn! What's that? Wait. Go back up. What's that? In the blue background with the?
Oh, lingerie pictures.
Oh wow!
That's
Looks
what
hella
she
young
in
right there, though.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, is this the same chick from? Oh, you guys don't watch Gotham. This looks like the
No.
girl from Gotham.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shit, I think it is.
Yeah, it looks like the chick
Damn,
from
she
Gotham.
fucking grew up.
That grew out.
Oh,
Damn.
the one that's related to the gangsters or whatever.
She
Yeah.
was
She was like Bruce's girlfriend for a minute.
she was Bruce's girlfriend, but she was being taken care of Azrael and his sister.
Yes, that is her. Silver St. Cloud.
Yeah, okay,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, she grew up fast as fuck.
God dang.
So well worth, again, watching more of it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, if she's structured like that.
Yeah, I'll watch it just for her. Actually, I'm taking back.
Speaking of which, did
Alright.
you get a chance to see the Inhumans?
I did. I did.
Did you stay awake?
God damn, man.
I didn't. I can tell you that.
I was falling asleep. So let's do it real quick. Break it
Yeah.
down. So the Inhumans, the pilot is 90 minutes.
Yeah.
2 hours roughly.
It's 2 episodes, really.
Yeah, and it was just boring. Like I didn't give a shit about their whole family structure. Like Ramsey Bolton was like he was
Ramsey.
Ramsey like doing some fucking coup d'etat type shit, but it was just like I just didn't give like I cared about Medusa because she showed titty meat a bit.
She's
But
fine. I'll give her that.
but like I didn't care about their whole royal family thing, and to me, what's missing is their link to everything else Marvel. Like we were already introduced to the Inhumans on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I get back and I'm just like, well, I don't really give a shit about your plight. Like their whole Terrigenesis thing is completely different because in the show, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's actually closer to the comics where they go in the crystallized rock type shit. In the Inhumans, they go in the crystallized chamber. They come out with the gas and like, well, do they transform immediately? You know, they wait. If you don't transform, you become a slave mine worker.
Here's what lost me.
And I'm like,
Here's what lost me.
what?
You took the best known Inhuman, the leader of the Inhuman, and he gets his ass beat by Hawaii PD. Like, I've never seen.
What?
He gets his ass. You hadn't seen it?
He didn't,
No.
they just handcuffed
Hawaii?
him.
No, motherfucker. Hawaii PD just beats his fucking ass. He can't handle low-level, regular, non-mutant cops. And first of all, I don't agree. Most superheroes don't fight. They either run or whatever, like if they're doing a vigilante thing. But he couldn't handle that. And you want me to give a fuck about him as a superhero. Wasn't the shit.
Well,
No, I
was
just-
was he restraining himself? I didn't
Yeah,
watch the
I feel
show
like he was restraining himself because
Okay.
he doesn't want to kill them. Because
No. He got his fucking ass beat.
But
Did
you
you not see
understand
the
that
scene?
I saw the
his
fucking
powers
thing.
was freaking.
Did you not see him in the fucking police station? He got out of his cuffs. He could have fucked them all up. All he had to do was
He
go.
got his fucking ass beat down. It was a Rodney King of him. Yes, he didn't use his voice. I get that, but why is he letting them
Yeah.
beat up on him?
So
that
there would
bad?
be literally no way a punch would hurt him from a normal person.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He's the leader of the Inhumans, and he's on the level of any of the Avengers or high level mutant. I mean, you can't have normal people just beating him up. You just can't.
I
and
tried to, I
give a
tried to
fuck.
watch it. I was like 5 minutes in and I fell asleep.
I would go in and out. Like I didn't. Their whole thing searching for Trident. I don't like who's this Trident person.
They didn't set it up for us to care about anybody. Crystal does nothing. Like literally nothing. Doesn't showcase any.
Is that the chick
powers.
with the black stripes in her hair?
Yeah, she doesn't do shit.
Yeah, I don't even know what her power. The dog has more power than
I'll give
she
credit
does.
to Lockjaw.
The
And
dog
even
was
Lockjaw was shit.
Lockjaw, they fucking nerfed because they used him for like maybe
To teleport.
No, but hold on. They used him for like 3 or 4 teleportations, and then subtly in the plot they were
knocked
just
him
like,
out.
Well, yeah, they were just like, okay, that's our whole fucking budget. We can't use you again. You know what I mean? And they just knocked him out, and they didn't even show him much anymore.
No,
and then
yeah,
the other
they
big thing was. Medusa has this shitty wig that we've seen all year since the promo photos. She fucking uses her hair 2, maybe 3 times.
So she only uses her hair to attack or defend. Her hair is not long enough for her to fly, and it's not in constant movement.
Yeah, but even believe in comic lore and all this shit, Medusa's hair is seriously strong. Able to fuck up plenty of mutants. Able to fuck up plenty of other humans.
Yep.
Inhumans. Able to fuck up a whole, basically almost a whole army. But clippers, dollar store motherfucking clippers.
She got zapped out though.
I don't give a fuck. If this shit is supposed to be stronger than steel and like, on the level of vibranium and titanium. I mean,
Clippers
this is supposed to
should
be
be able to cut
fucking
her hair.
strong.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you want me to believe it's strong and at the same time dollar store clippers take it out?
Yeah, dollar store clippers. Like
What
he
the
didn't.
fuck?
He didn't even. I don't even know if he greased them up. He put oil
No.
on that shit. He just came in and it's all like slow mo and like depressing music. I'm like, this is. I don't get it. Like, is
And
this
they did
supposed to
that
be
early. They did
Yeah,
that real
I'm
early
like,
in this
I
show.
get this is supposed to be traumatizing, but it's super comical because like all of a sudden these clippers become this device that's like super heinous, and I'm like on the verge of almost laughing because I'm like, this feels like an SNL skit about them shaving off her fucking hair.
Yeah, I think I'm probably the only person in this room that actually reads Inhuman comics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've only read 1 or 2, but yeah.
Yeah, I read the ongoing series, and that's fucking awful.
You can't do that with clippers, right? I'm not tripping.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, just to know, like, in the storyline right now, Medusa's dying
Okay.
and her hair is falling out, but you can't just cut them shits with
No.
scissors.
Yeah,
and
so
clippers.
we don't. There's an Inhuman that like zaps her and knocks her out.
Shut
So
the fuck up.
I'm not fucking done, bitch.
Holy
so they
shit, how
zapped
you
her
gonna
and
justify this?
I'm not justifying. I'm asking. I'm trying to put the question out, and you keep flapping your fucking gun. Shut the fuck up over
Hurry
there.
your bullshit
That's
up.
why you get zucked. Anyway,
You duck right now. Get on Facebook.
I will. Fuck your feelings. But anyway, somehow she gets zapped by another Inhuman. They knock her out. Then they pick her up and then shave her head. So I'm like, does this Inhuman have the power to like overpower her, the queen of Inhumans, or
There are a few Inhumans
This
that
was
can.
low-level drone.
yeah? I mean, so
This is
one
the grunt.
the dude that
Foot
does
Clan.
it, he doesn't have
Yeah,
a
the Foot
fucking
Clan.
he doesn't have a fucking name. He just comes up behind her, zap, and she's out.
That's what I'm saying.
And
You
then they
have-
pick her up and they shave her.
the 2 biggest, most. I don't know if they're the absolute most powerful, the most well-known. The ones who the story is about, basically have such nerfed powers they're not even themselves. That's an issue.
Yeah. Well, once I saw that he didn't have a pitchfork on his head, I was like, "Fuck this show."
He has a head wrap with a pitchfork-like symbol for 3 seconds.
He does. I must have been
3 seconds.
I must have slept on that part.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I was probably sleeping.
Actually, like Black Bolt as a character is really awesome. Actually, him and Medusa, like the whole dynamic of him not talking and her knowing what he means, and then infidelities and shit like that, and them getting like breaking up. And it's like there's like a really rich history between them two,
So
and they're just fucking it up.
in the show, those two kind of stand out, but everyone else, like you don't get enough about them for you to give a shit. And like Trident, he'd like die. I'm like, why
Wait,
is
was
this
that the Negro with the hooves?
No, Trident's the Asian dude.
Oh.
The Negro with the whoos would be Gorgon,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Gordon.
that dude.
Okay, so I'm coming from an X-Men background.
even though he shouldn't be black, but you know whatever.
But I'm coming from an X-Men background. I love the fact that the X-Men are always hated, you know what I mean? And all types of society, all throughout the timelines and whatnot. This motherfucker, who you can tell is not human, shows up on a beach in Hawaii, and everybody just chills out with him.
Oh yeah,
Like they
they're all
offer
like-
him beer. And
Yeah,
they're
they're
serving him
like mahalo.
There's no fucking sense of you're alien, foreign.
Hey,
Are
well,
you a threat?
they
or
say,
not?
hey,
That's a problem too, because
they just say, "Hey, you're one of them."
Gorgon is actually he's kind of salty just about life in general.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't just go to a beach to like hang out.
Well, he fell.
They made it part of the story, but I just didn't like the interaction with the humans.
Yeah.
And the Inhumans, their very first reaction, and they had heard of Inhumans, but there was no kind of sense of you're other, you're different. It doesn't fucking work.
If you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you'd be like, maybe this is passable. But if you're watching Inhumans for the first time, it's weird and it doesn't fit. It does not gel very well.
Did the hand signs with Black Bolt work for you? Because I'm going to give some credit. Some of those scenes worked where he was doing his hand gestures.
So if you notice,
facial wise, he was good acting.
If you notice, with Black Bolt and Medusa, he does not sign. With everyone else, he'll sign.
All right.
And she will, if they don't understand, she will interpret for everyone else. When he looks at her, she will answer him. He doesn't have to do anything. But still, though, I just didn't really give the fucking pilot was boring. I didn't give a fuck too much. Like, the dog was cool. And, like, I expected Black Bolt to, like, cough and, like, watch a car explode. Oh, the one thing that was cool is when he kills his parents. That was cool because he obliterates them and they're a black stain on the wall.
Yeah,
that was probably the coolest part.
That's not enough.
That was cool. That was the only. I said it was cool. I didn't say it saved it.
This is gonna be a nominee for Rotten Eggplant.
I'm probably gonna shit watch this show.
All right. Where else we going?
Are we doing a word from our sponsor?
Yeah. You want to do a Kronos?
I was typing, goddammit. What the fuck? I gotta fuck up my shit. All right, I was trying to answer some shit in the fucking chat room. Now want me to talk about sponsors? I guess I can.
Yeah,
I mean, Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, this next part of our podcast will be brought to you by GameFly. That's right, GameFly. GameFly is an awesome subscription service that is sort of like Netflix, but better. Because not only do they deliver to you movies, but they also deliver to you games, which is way better than movies. Because why would you just watch something when you can interact with it, right? So,
like a fleshlight?
You're nasty.
Shitting on the sponsor. Shit on the sponsors.
I can't even say that you're nasty because you know what? I own two, so whatever. Anyway,
King shaming.
so GameFly, what they do is basically you make a list of the games that you want to play in the future or whenever, and they send you the first one that's on your list, and then once you're done playing that game, you send it back to them. They send you the next one that is on your list. It's a pretty epic service. If you want to save some money or just don't want to worry about picking up games and stuff like that because it's a hassle, this is a great service. So they have over 8,000 new and used games for pretty much every system available, including the new Nintendo Switch and the newer Xbox, even though it just plays normal Xbox games because Xboxes is nonsense. Just saying.
Wait, what?
Xboxes is nonsense. I'll say it again for you. Xboxes is
okay, I
for
heard
nonsense.
people in the back.
Just because you're a hater. But,
Anyway, there's games that just came out recently and that have already came out that I will highlight. Forza 7 for the Xbox came out a couple days ago, like 2 days ago. Forza 7 came out. It looks pretty dope, but it's just a driving simulator. Just saying, I don't play a lot of driving simulators.
Pole position 2017.
Yeah. I mean, if you give me a Burnout, I'm good. But if not, I'm just like, miss me with that. Also, coming up very soon is Assassin's Creed Origins. Comes out at the end of this month, October 27th. Fire Emblem for the Wii. I'm sorry, not the Wii. Jesus, man. Really? The Wii?
Yeah, the Wii.
The Switch. The Nintendo Switch is coming out. Fire Emblem Warriors is coming out at the end of this month on October 20th. What is it? WWE 2K18 is coming out. Movies that are coming out pretty soon are War for Planet of the Apes, The Garbage, Spider-Man Homecoming.
damn.
And other games that are out right now that we play are Destiny 2. Do you guys play Madden 18 yet?
No.
No.
I'm waiting for more folks to get it, and then I'll decide.
Yeah, I need to pick up Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because I'm a huge fighting game fan. Is it? You have it?
I got it. It's a good game.
Awesome. I'll
It's
pick it up.
fun.
NBA 2K18, even though there's some controversy about it.
Okay.
But apparently, Prodigy says it's not really a big deal. So
I'll talk about
if
it.
you don't care, then I don't care.
And it can be done digitally, correct?
Yes, they
which
do.
is
They have a streaming service.
awesome, which is good because if you live with somebody who you happen to be tied to legally through the marriage and decides to put 2 discs into the same PlayStation slot, it's good to have digital copies. I'm not going to say no names.
Did she force it in like prison sex?
Yes, thank God for needle nose pliers.
Damn.
Damn.
That's awful. Uncharted Lost.
My kid did that too, actually, recently.
We put them both in timeout. I put parental locks on our PlayStations.
Take us out of this.
That's awful. So if you go to GameFlyOffer.com, you'll get your first month of subscription on us. That is right. You will get a free game to play for an entire month for free. That is right, for free. That's right, for free. Anyway, GameFlyOffer.com/BTI. And that's it. And now on with Old Ninja talking about Battlefield 2.
Yes,
Battlefront.
Battlefront
Sorry,
2
Battlefront.
beta. So I have early access to the beta. So the actual beta goes live Friday afternoon, I believe. So I've been playing the beta, and it's actually quite involved. Way more involved than I anticipated. So
multiplayer.
Hold on, y'all. If you're if you're watching this on the live stream, I made like a huge dick sucking
What the fuck?
I guess what do you call it? Motion to Mr. X. I was saying, do you want a beer? And I was like, this looks like I'm sucking a dick.
yeah.
That was ridiculous. Do you want a beer, Mr.
I'll
X?
say yes to both. Oh, sorry.
Watch
King
out.
Shane, give me the Elysian dust, whatever. Fuck.
Same, whatever.
Sorry.
Battlefield 2.
oh shit,
That's why they invited me over.
yeah, Battlefront 2.
God damn.
Yeah, the beta is like super involved than I thought. So they brought back classes. So there's assault class, heavy class. This is for infantry. So there's assault class, assault, heavy, specialist, and fucking not serviceman, but like a support class kind of. I forgot what they call it. Oh, officer. That's what it's called. It's officer class. Each one they all have 3 abilities. They're all separate. Like the heavy, you can clear out a room with the heavy. It has like super punishing abilities, but it leaves you open. So you're vulnerable doing it.
I'm sorry, but does this play like Battlefield? Or what is it? Or does it play like Call of Duty? I didn't play the first one.
It plays like Battlefield in a way, but the objectives are slightly different, sort of. So, for instance, if you ever played Rush on Battlefield, there's a similar one. The Galactic Conquest is you have to take down an objective before it reaches another objective, or before it reaches a certain spot.
Okay.
So, if you're able to take down the objective, then your side wins.
8 on 8? 16 on 16? What are we
It
talking
is
here?
20 on 20.
Okay.
So this is for the
big
galactic
maps.
mode. Yeah. So the thing is, the objective fires on you. So it can literally lay out a squad if it hits you, because it's a giant like rover type thing. It's a troop transport, and it has super heavy guns. And in order to take it out, you have to use these 2 weapons on the map. So the team that's attacking, you have to pick them up, and then it takes 30 seconds to charge the weapon in order to fire on it. Once you fire on it, it becomes vulnerable.
Quick questions. Will we finally have a game with Star Wars in the title where you can go from fighting on the battlefield up into space?
I don't know. In the beta, so far, the Galactic Conquest was only on the ground. You can fly above the area. You have a larger like field of play, but you can't go in the space that I have seen.
Okay.
So it is. There's a space combat called Starfighter Assault.
Like a different round.
Yeah, it's a different mode. Yeah. So if you are used to the arcade style of flying, you're going to be fucked up. Because this one, you have to control your pitch and your yaw and your banking. So you have to use like flight sim controls in order to fight. So while you're trying to figure out how to fly, there's primary objectives, secondary objectives, and a whole bunch of other shit going on at the same time. It's super fucking crazy. They totally revamped the whole fighter assault from the 2015 Battlefront. It's still taking me a little bit of time, but there's classes now in these. There's the bomber class, the interceptor type class, and like a regular assault, like the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter. In order to get your missile lock on, you have to click the missile button so it acquires a target.
Yeah.
And then you got to click it again to fire.
All right.
And then each one has its own abilities. Like the bombers are slower, but they can deal out retarded damage.
So this impressed you overall?
Oh yeah, I was super. It has a learning curve. So you got to kind of, if you used to I made the mistake of assuming like I can jump in and run around like the first one. No, you have to kind of, if you're doing infantry, you got to learn your class, know what their abilities are, and how to support your team.
Skill tree in the class? Or no?
Like in Battlefield, you level up your class.
Okay.
So each time you level it up, you get what's called a star card, or you can get a star card unlocked, and it'll help you on the battlefield. So you have to gain battlefield points, kind of similar to Battlefield 1, but it's way more in depth than I thought it would be.
Sounds good.
In the beta, there's 4 modes, so you can actually do a split screen mode in the beta. So you can do local split screen and do an arcade mode. You can play the arcade mode solo. There's a kind of like a one capture the flag type mode. It's called like assault or whatever. That one's actually pretty interesting because there's a lot of choke points.
That's in
a lot
like
of
every single first-person shooter game ever.
almost, but this, yeah, pretty much. But
They have team deathmatch? What are you saying?
yeah, actually, team deathmatch is not available in the beta, so it's actually pretty interesting. But it's
you
in the
can
game.
shoot things in a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Do they have grenades?
Oh yeah, there's mad grenades. But it's cool because in the beta, whatever you unlocked in the beta will transfer over to the actual game.
Oh, that's good. I do like
Holy
that.
shit, hold on. Vic has a legit gripe.
About
He said he played 50 matches in. Oh, he said Battlefield. All right, shit.
Battlefield 1?
And level up once.
Yeah, I did. I thought he was talking about Battlefront.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no,
So-
you can level up pretty quickly in the beta. So right now I'm
but it's not going to transfer over to the game though.
yeah,
what
whatever.
you're saying.
Yeah, there's certain things that
Okay.
you've unlocked because
That's cool. I like that.
Since I already pre-ordered, I was able to unlock my pre-order stuff already, so I'm able to use it in the beta.
I might actually get this game with
Yeah,
you, you know?
I will say you're gonna have to learn your class, kind of like in Battlefield when you had to figure out which ones best suit you.
Yeah.
I know the way you style to play, heavy assault is probably going to be what you want. You can come in. There's a mode where there's a ability where it gives you a shield, and you can just fucking pummel on people, and they can break your shield with grenades or if they flank you. And then there's another mode where if you've seen the Gendy Tartakovsky version of the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
the troopers use a Gatling gun type thing. You can use that, and it gives you super great precision, and you just mow down a whole squad if you need to.
Sounds
it's fucking
fucking dope.
dope. Yeah, you can do, but you move slower than other classes.
All right. We'll
But
wait
it's doing it pretty fun. I've been trying to Twitch it out, but every time I do, fucking Twitch crashes.
All right. Well, we got to update that, but we'll wait on your full review in November when it drops.
Yeah,
right?
it drops in November. The beta is live Friday for those of you who did not pre-order, and it goes until Sunday night or Monday morning, something like that.
Good shit.
What about 2K? Real quick.
So I have not played a ton of 2K, but obviously we talked about the controversy last week. The controversy was the amount of required microtransactions.
to level up your guy.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
You know, in terms of being a requirement.
Okay.
I think that there is a field and a mode where you can use that, and I can understand wanting to hit the easy button and do it quickly if that's your thing. But I like the grinding and getting a little bit better on my skills, and I haven't done that, so it's certainly not a requirement. And I'm not good yet, but I'm slowly improving, and they give you the tools to do so. And I created my own player and played as the default modern teams.
All right.
So
get good.
yeah, get good. Definitely not a. What was the one reviewer giving it like a 3 out of 10?
Oh.
That's just ludicrous.
Okay.
That would mean it was some type of broken game. And
Going back to the reviewer, he got an early copy or the beta, or he had the actual full game and rated.
Usually you rate the full game.
You should
Okay.
rate the fucking full game. If he's rating a beta,
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. I was like,
something like
because he was talking about
yeah.
certain things were not unlocked, or some shit like
Wait,
that.
what are you talking about?
2K.
2K.
Oh no, he was talking about the full game.
Yeah,
Full
that's
game.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
saying
He
that.
should have been rating a
You,
full game.
to
Yeah,
me,
I was
you
about to
can't
say
do a
how-
review on a beta. I mean,
No,
that's,
no.
that would be some journalistic bullshit.
Oh yeah, I mean, like when we go to perfect examples when we go to all these VR and AR events, like we're seeing like these products that are obviously
Yeah.
not fucking
We're
finished.
doing
And they
doing
tell you. They tell you up front. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, this is
the candy climbing game.
Yeah.
That was
Ooh.
early. It was still awesome.
Sweet
It was
Escape.
still
Awesome,
Yeah, Sweet
yeah.
Escape. Yeah.
and now it's even better.
Yeah, it was crazy because the first time we saw it, you could tell that it was not fully developed. The second time I played it, it was much more advanced. They added new features. I was like, oh shit.
VR
They're
porn is
working on it.
developed though.
Hell yeah.
I'm not trying to go to the upside
Hell
down.
the fuck
God
yeah.
dang.
All right. Actually, can we switch gears a little bit? Last week, it was actually live on the cast that we learned about Hugh Hefner dying. which was tragic and sad and all that shit.
Wait, let me pour out my 40.
Yeah. Immediately, motherfuckers started coming for you. I'm talking all online.
Who?
Constitutive? Yeah. Cucks, kink shamers, all the worst started coming for him. I didn't appreciate none of it coming at him. Like literally the day he died, right after he died, making up some shit about him too.
I respect that man for not leaving the wife shit.
Yeah, look, she knew the game. You got what
you can stay in this house till I'm alive. Then you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. As soon as he croaks,
Oh, man.
you get nada.
Yeah.
Your free meals are gone. Like Chris Rock says, you accustomed to being in a restaurant eating steak. You're not in a restaurant. You ain't accustomed to shit.
You know what he should have done? He should have left a box with his lawyer, and inside that box there was one letter, and what it said is, "You know what the fuck you were? You was a whore."
Oh, God damn.
Oh, you was a thought.
And then at the end of that, you know what he says? Get a real fucking job.
Oh.
Instead of sucking my dusty
Dusty nuts.
accepting my dusty nuts.
Hell yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're still young. You'll survive.
I respect that man.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Mind game.
Look, he's
I'm not
not
saying
a
he's
saint.
I'm not saying he's perfect,
Yeah, he ain't no
perfect.
saint.
But I mean, he did a lot for the First Amendment. He did a lot for even LGBT rights. He did a lot for black people,
women's rights.
A lot for women's rights. A lot for civil rights.
A lot for
hiring black people in the '60s. You know, that wasn't easy. you know?
He did a lot for journalism as a whole. Even though
Yeah.
people talk shit, some famous writers came out from writing fucking for Playboy.
Of course.
And Playboy's had like a lot of controversy for them breaking news through journalism. So,
but the unfair critiques of his life were they were gross, man. You know what it was? He was a rich white man that died, that was world famous, and it was like, okay, let's pounce, you know what I mean? And let's tear him to shreds on sometimes some bogus ass shit.
Well, this is what bothers me about. Sorry, I'm getting over being
Snot,
sick. I
yeah.
got all kinds of fucking phlegm and shit on.
It's not rocket. Yeah.
damn.
Man, people just want to jump on rich white people for some fucking odd reason. Hugh Hefner, I'm fairly certain, built his own fucking empire.
Yes, he did.
I don't think there was no inheritance. I don't think he was in a rich fucking family.
Nope.
He just decided, you know what? I like fucking bitches. I'm gonna make a whole fucking my whole business about fucking bitches, and that's what he did. Like, he had a harem. That should be almost every man's. Obviously, if you're gay,
Yeah.
it's not your dream. But most dudes, that's your dream.
But
And to walk around in fucking pajamas, the fuck?
But don't forget the time that he was doing this in. That's where the context has to be added.
Yeah.
In the 50s, literally everybody was a kink shamer, and the kink shamers owned every aspect of society. Like,
Oh yeah.
they
He didn't
tried
give a
to
fuck.
shut him down every which way possible. You couldn't just go on Pornhub in the 50s and 60s
Well,
and shit.
and
you know?
what's hilarious is like, people were like he was all about what he liked.
Of course.
Blonde, white chicks.
Yes, with big
and that
titties.
is perfectly fucking fine. You're into whatever the fuck you're into.
Yes.
And people out there that are listening to this, be like, oh, that's fucked up. You all have your own preferences. You all do. You all fucking do. If you don't like the sound of my voice, that's a preference. And fuck you.
Yeah, I couldn't stand any
Hugh
of it.
has had African American girlfriends though.
Yeah,
So-
I'm sure he
But I mean, his main
Said
thing.
all
His main
fucking
thing,
flavors of the
but
rainbow.
he's dipped his stick in all of it.
And it's
so.
fine.
Yeah. And the other thing is, the girlfriends that he had
Knew what they were getting into.
knew who he was and what he was about prior.
There's no
Don't
lying.
fucking come at me when he died at the age of 91 in 2017 talking about, oh, they was victims and blah. Nah, bruh.
Nah. You don't
Those
like what's
chicks
going
got
on here, you
fucking-
can get out.
Those chicks got fucking paid.
Yeah, of course they did. And some of them were on TV. And some of them were,
Yeah.
given
Yeah, their own
stipends.
show.
I
Fuck.
mean,
yeah.
So if you hooked up with him, they knew what they were getting. You got free room and board. You had your own. You had like an allowance.
you won the lotto, basically.
Yeah. So you had a house that was paid for that you got to live in. You get to travel the fucking world. Show up with him. Meet famous people. He probably even let you suck a few dicks his friends a few times.
Let you. I love
I mean, shit. Well, usually they get to pick. They're like, oh, I have this basketball friend, and he'd be like, sure, but you're coming home with me. But you can fuck around with him. But when the night's done, you're coming home with me because you live at my house and you're one of mine. And they knew this. So
and they accepted it at the time. I don't like the revisionist history bullshit of talking about, well, I was young, but you were grown. You made your decision.
I think smart
18.
people realize, because we're not hearing this from people that were actually like his girlfriend saying this shit.
One or two girlfriends has critiqued him.
Yeah,
there have
been some.
Most did.
There were some that like may have been. They didn't know what they were fully getting into. They didn't quite understand.
They thought they could fucking play fucking Connect Four with the chess master.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but then once they realized, they managed to get out of it, and they just talked about their
because
experience.
it wasn't a jail sentence.
Yeah,
that was the
you're
other
not.
thing.
You're not in R. Kelly's sex dungeon.
Yeah.
You're talking about one or two girls out of like the hundreds of girls that he probably
Thousands.
out of
Yeah.
the years. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. Anyway, I just had to get that out there because it was new and breaking last week.
Hugh Hefner was a fucking American hero.
He really was.
If you don't
God
believe
dang.
so, we can fight if you want. You'll fucking lose. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he actually has one of the things I researched, he has a First Amendment award named after him, the Hugh Hefner Award. And I think that's fucking dope. That's a great tribute.
And Larry Flint is still alive. That's
He
fucking
is.
amazing.
Yeah, he is.
That's another guy who fought hard as fucking First Amendment rights.
He did. He got shot for it.
If you and some of you youngsters who haven't seen the
movie.
Woody Harrelson movie of Larry Flint.
Oh, Oliver Stone's movie.
Yeah, Oliver Stone. That is a great fucking film. You should watch it, and it has a lot of similarities with Hugh Hefner. So
Except he was in a wheelchair.
yeah.
There's-
well,
he got shot.
The,
Yeah,
the kink shamers literally shot at this motherfucker to kill him, and he survived.
and he's still kicking.
And he's still showing Beaver in them pages. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
is that magazine still around? Hustler.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
around,
yeah.
They got a
They
network.
yeah.
We went to the Hustler.
I know they have
They have a
strip
store.
club.
Oh, the
Yes.
strip clubs
The
are
strip club was pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Their
true.
strip clubs are legit.
Which one?
I prefer the
We went to
store.
one in Vegas. So we went to a couple strip clubs. Hustle was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we went to, what was the other one we went to? Was it Crazy Horse?
Oh,
Man, I thought it was
shit.
Hustler 2, or it might have been
No,
Crazy
no.
Horse.
The first night. Oh, you weren't there the first night. That's
I wasn't
right.
there.
The first night.
They have Sapphire. They have.
the first
Which one
was
had the crack in her sock?
That was
Oh, that was a hustler. Yeah, that was a hustler. Holy shit,
that was fucking awesome.
that shit
all
was
bad.
fucking wild.
She was nonchalant about it, like this is crack, but whatever.
But the other place had this. I'm not normally into like yoked ass chicks, but that this one chick that was like legitimately yoked, and she was cool as fuck. Yeah. Like honestly, like I was just chatting with that chick for like a minute. Like she was cool as fuck. Can't make you listen to this. It wasn't chatting like that. All right? It was the same chick I arm wrestled, and yeah, I was stronger because I'm fucking strong as fuck.
No, I went to Hustler Club in New Orleans.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was sick. It was like 3 stories high.
Yeah, that's the one with the
pole
strip club.
goes. Yeah, the
all
pole
the
goes
way
from
to
the
the roof.
floor all the way to the roof,
Yes.
and girls would climb that shit
Yes.
and spin their ass all the way fucking down to like 2 inches off the floor. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
fuck,
They
that's high ass
put
pole.
in work, and you could be on the 3rd floor just making it rain.
Yeah,
love
the one in Vegas was fucking crazy too. I mean, we talked about it before, but like the first floor was like legit shit. Second floor was cool as fucking. Like the top floor was like gay shit.
Yeah.
But we went up to the top floor. I mean, it was gay, but there was a lot of women too.
Yeah.
And you could see like it was like open in
Yeah.
the top. And they had food up there too. I was like, what the fuck?
It was Neo Yokio gay.
Wait,
that bullshit ass anime.
Toblerones and
wait,
shit.
is that the floor where Blue got lost?
Yeah, Blue demanded to go to the 3rd floor. I don't give a fuck what he tells you. Speaking of some anime, we had a dope one get dropped this fucking week.
Fuck yes.
Kronos, what'd you think of Black Clover?
That shit was, it was a great start, man. I mean, you know, it's another Shonen Jump style anime. So, you know, you're gonna get the typical young, you know, male with a fucking, what do you call it? A rival. Mm-hmm. And then is sexually frustrated.
Very much so.
It's fucking it's hilarious, and at the end it gets really good with action.
Yeah.
So overall, Black Clover was an awesome start. It has a better start than Boruto, I'll tell you that. Even though I'm still watching Boruto, it's still a decent anime. But Black Clover so far is good. The great thing about this is that it's in a world of magic, and there's brothers that get adopted by like this cleric guy.
Like the church, basically.
The church. Yeah, and like in a world of magic, one brother can do magic like everybody else, and he's really good at it, and he's a good-looking guy. He's tall for his age. And then the other guy is short for his age, immature, and can't do magic. It is literally probably the only person that cannot do magic in this entire fucking world.
Yep.
And so it gets really interesting really quick. So
And this is on Crunchyroll and Netflix.
it's on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, how many episodes?
Just one. Just
oh,
started
just one?
last-
Oh, it's
this
just
week.
it's
Yeah.
brand new. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This one
Or last week.
I remember when we were at Crunchyroll Expo and we saw the trailer together.
Yes.
And I was like, "Holy shit, I'm fucking sold." and it delivered.
Yes,
it
it did.
delivered. The two brothers are Asta and Yono, something like that. But
You don't know.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, magic. It's all about magic. They're trying to become high level, basically like Magic Hokage. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways.
For real. There's like a lot of things about like because there's the same haircut as like Naruto.
Yeah.
And the other guy has like kind of like Sasuke, but it's all good.
I'm fine with staying. That was a classic anime, a great anime, and this similarly has some archetypes right there that work as well. This is one of those that you should not miss. If you have Crunchyroll, watch the pilot. Most people are liking it. A few small minority don't like Asta's voice, I guess, in terms of him like screaming or whatever. But I'm like, he's an immature 15-year-old that isn't getting laid.
I'm just reading.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I listen a little. I obviously listen, but I don't understand what the fuck he's saying. So I'm reading in subtitles. So I
Yeah,
don't really give a shit
exactly.
about.
And I don't mind the Japanese voice that they're using for him. It kind of seems to fit his personality. This is a highly recommended. I can already tell. Most likely, it will be nominated for one of the animes of the year.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
I'll check it out. You know, your last recommendation was dog
you
shit.
didn't like Neo Yokio?
Neo Yokio was.
Did you
dog
watch
shit.
it all though?
I didn't have to watch it all.
Batman.
But you're not gonna get the giant
saying.
Toblerone.
I don't care about the giant Tootsie Roll fucking from whatever the fuck. Switzerland.
Toblerones?
Yeah, wherever the fuck they're from.
Toblerones are not Twizzlers or whatever the fuck you said.
Well, whatever the
Tootsie
fuck.
Roll.
I don't care about no Swedish chocolate.
You never had
Toblerones are
you
good.
never had Toblerones?
Nah.
What the
Hottest
fuck?
candy dude.
Little toffee.
Oh,
This-
what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
This is why he had a problem with the anime.
Yeah,
He
no,
doesn't-
No, I didn't
he
even get to
doesn't
that. That wasn't
respect
it.
the Toblerone.
No, first of all, the homeboy was there was a GoBot in the fucking thing.
But why you shit on Toblerones?
Because that's the only thing I knew.
That's
I
what
didn't
I
even get
wanna
to that
know.
point because I couldn't even get to that. I was like, well, maybe I'll get to this whole chocolate candy stick that he be fucking talking about.
You're not in this. The fuck is wrong with you, man? It's not even a chocolate stick.
We gonna go in my. This is how I talk about anime in very simplistic preschool terms.
Toblerones are good, man. Like I'm a
Chocolate
guy
and
that,
toffee, man.
yeah, I don't eat sugar right now, but Toblerones are fucking good.
Yeah.
That I remember. If I had one right now, I'd be like, those are the fucking shit.
Not only are they good, he has a giant Toblerone he gives his waifu. Can you get better than that?
It's men playing field hockey first. That's strike one.
Bougie men.
That's super gay.
I told you, it's one exclamation mark.
Yeah.
And when I say gay, I mean literally gay. No guy plays field hockey.
Yeah, I was confused as fuck because like
true.
the
They play
girls in my
lacrosse.
high school played field. Yeah, lacrosse. is
Lacrosse,
like-
yeah.
This
lacrosse
ain't
is
lacrosse,
legit.
this is field hockey.
That's field hockey. And I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? And then just all kinds of dumb shit. And then he's got this GoBot because it's not even a transformer. It was a generic ass transformer GoBot.
There's a reveal with that later.
You're gonna have to tell me about it because I ain't watching it.
It's a mech, actually.
I got dishes and shit, random ass shit to do around my house.
It's a 20-minute episode.
It's whatever. I gotta pay attention. I gotta watch because it's in No, that wasn't in subtitles. Okay,
You
I
could
gotta
put
say-
English sub on top of English dub if you want.
Okay.
Or not even dub.
Yeah.
It's native
Because Lila was
language.
watching. She's like, "Oh, we should watch it together." She's like, "This is dumb." I was like, "I know it's dumb, but I need to get through this."
Yeah. Take one for the team.
I did the first episode. I was like,
Nah, two more.
Oh, God.
Got to get to the Toblerone.
unless he turns into Super Mario by eating his fucking Toblerone shit, I got no interest in fucking. I'm like, all right, he ate chocolate.
Hey, look,
Big whoop.
The professor didn't like it. The professor didn't like it either. He may. I don't know how many he watched, but I still defend it. I don't give a fuck, man.
That's
That
some
shit is
ridiculous.
hilarious.
It ain't no fucking Food Wars. That's for damn sure.
Food Wars is lit. I do like that shit.
Yeah.
I do love it. All right, let's
So
get
what's
it going.
Yo, Mr. Robot is coming fucking back real fucking soon, y'all. It's this goddamn
Yeah.
month, isn't it?
Ooh, is it
The-
really
the-
this
I
think
week?
it's
13th or the 11th.
Yeah, I think it's like next week.
That's
Yeah.
next week, goddamn.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I'm so looking forward to Mr. Robot.
Yeah, that's
as,
gonna be
a,
dank.
as a former hacker, it's amazing. It's fun for me to watch.
I think you would be
Like,
more along
seriously.
the lines of Joey Badass's role, like stabbing motherfuckers too.
I do like stab motherfuckers, but yeah, I have both
October
both sides of the
11th.
spectrum.
Yeah, there you go.
October
yeah,
11th.
literally. Oh my goodness, that's actually a significant date for somebody that the podcast knows and loves,
I
but I
know who-
can't say
Yeah.
who, unfortunately.
One of our loved ones. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
So the person who's listening to this, shout out to you. You know what I'm talking about. Once you get out of your surgery, watch Mr. Robot.
Yes, yes.
Show.
Uh,
Then I get to see my sexy ass FBI chick.
Yeah.
I miss her. I haven't
And then
seen her.
Stranger Things comes out like 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So basically, fall TV is back. It's
Full
already
effect.
kind of started. Next week is the CW TV lineup, where everything's coming back. I guess Black Lightning will be in. They moved Arrow to Thursday night.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, because it was left open by Legends of Tomorrow. So Tuesday night.
Canceled?
No, it moved to Tuesday night. So it's after the Flash.
So
the
so
Flash-
So wait, hold on. How does the Monday through Friday CW
So
work?
So
now?
Monday's still Supergirl. Tuesday
is Flash and Legends of Tomorrow.
And then
Wednesday might be Black Lightning. I'm not sure.
they might have left that open for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Thursday will be Arrow.
Okay. Wow. All right. I can deal with it. All I know is folks still sleep on last season of Arrow being really good, like actually beating Flash.
Yeah.
I didn't want to admit that, but it did.
Dude, a lot of people said Flash is
Fuck Arrow!
God damn.
You said you used to be screaming "fuck Flash."
You did used to be screaming that.
Fuck Flash!
You used to be walking out the room and shit.
Apparently, this season Arrow, they're gonna cut out all those flashback scenes.
yeah,
No
'cause
More
he's,
Island?
he's caught up. Yeah, it's
That
pretty
damn
much caught up.
time.
So I guess apparently like the season finale of Flash was kind of lackluster compared to Arrows.
Yes,
A
certainly.
lot of people were saying. So I was like, I can feel it.
Oh yeah,
He goes into the Speed Force.
Yeah, and he's supposed to come back.
Sabotage.
I'm trying to remember that for Arrow.
Oh, Arrow
There's
was
Arrow.
fucking-
Island blows up.
Leanne
yeah,
Liu
yeah,
blew
he
up.
rigged that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now he's got his son.
And
Yeah.
all the way to the end, Prometheus was one step ahead.
Yeah.
All the way to the
Shit
fucking
was
end.
good. I can't wait.
agree.
We should have Deathstroke back on there.
Oh yeah, Deathstroke is back. He's in the
like
trailer.
It's
Watch
like a
the
mentor
trailer.
or something, man.
Oh,
Like,
and one more big thing. For the CW shows, it's been confirmed that there will be a Crisis on Earth X with, drumroll please.
Malcolm X?
Oh, God damn.
Got him.
I wanted to do that thing where he slams it down and goes. God damn. From that gif. Evil Supergirl, Evil Ollie, and Evil Barry.
Oh, nice.
Join him.
they had an
I
evil
bet you
Barry.
Evil Supergirl is gonna be hot as fuck.
Yeah, like when
Supergirl.
she got exposed to like what was it, red kryptonite or whatever, and she got all hot, was
They
dressed
be
all
all getting
skimpy.
sexy. Even Felicity when she went all gothic and
Oh.
shit.
I
like how
I was
when
about to
girls-
climb through my TV.
When girls go bad, they go hoey.
Yeah.
black stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Supergirl was wearing a lot of
Yeah,
black.
put them in thigh highs.
Oh
Bring
man,
that shit back.
Thigh highs are great.
Yeah.
Ladies everywhere.
you need that absolute territory.
If you want some attention, wear some goddamn thigh highs.
Yes.
The only,
Fishnets
the,
work
only,
too.
the only dudes that will look at you is homosexuals. That's all I got. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. If you show that fucking absolute territory, what I'm saying is you wear some thigh highs and a short skirt. Absolute territory will work fucking magic for you.
Yeah,
So,
you be getting raises and all kinds of shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck you
shit.
want.
You'll get.
Yeah.
You'll come home with all kinds of free shit.
Yeah.
Gift cards, T-shirts.
Toblerones.
Tell me about this goddamn Pixel phone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn it. I gotta piss, but I'll tell you about the Pixel phone. All right. Listen, Google announced the Pixel 2 phone today, even though it
Here's
was the
Professor.
worst kept secret ever. However, I was like, all right, I was all aboard. You know, I was thinking about getting a Pixel phone because I was like, you know what? The Galaxy Note 8 is $1,000 goddamn dollars.
Damn.
And I'm on Ting. And I mean, technically, I could buy the phone, but I'm like, $1,000 for a fucking phone is a lot of money. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's a lot of money. A lot of money for a fucking phone.
What are you rocking now?
I'm rocking the Galaxy Note 5.
Okay.
Listen, we're in a really weird place right now. I'm going to speak to you on the technology terms right now. So there has never been a point in history that I can recall where something that's technologically advanced becomes more expensive. Like this has never happened
Same
before.
technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's advancing technology.
Oh.
Advancing technology gets cheaper.
Usually,
and
yeah.
it gets smaller. It's proportional.
Yeah.
What is it? Amdahl's law, I believe.
You talking about Moore's Law?
No. Amdahl had something about electronic components getting smaller. The smaller they get, the cheaper they get as well.
Well, yeah, I think that's along the same lines of Moore's Law, but I mean, you might be right.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
I think they both do. They're kind of proportional to each other.
Either way, this is like the weird part in human history where like things are getting more expensive. I think it's purely because of greed. These components should be cheaper. If they were not cheaper, why the fuck are you making them more expensive?
So is it laced in gold or nah?
No. So,
Oh, well then shit.
the problem that I have is this is what I'm talking about. With like the perfect example is the Note 8 and the new iPhone 10. They're both $1,000 phones, and obviously the Note 8 is way better than the goddamn iPhone 10. But the fact that they're $1,000 when the previous versions were cheaper doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't. You cannot explain to me how it makes more sense. Previous generations of every phone have always been better, but they've always been the same price or cheaper, and it's for a reason because the components are cheaper to get.
Do they put truffle oil inside the phone?
No.
You're paying extra so it doesn't blow up and you're allowed on planes now.
I think they put the tiny fingerprints from the Trojan that dug up those components on the phone.
Damn.
Anyway, so the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL were officially announced today. Worst kept secret ever. But they had decided to go with no 3.5 millimeter jack. Just like the iPhones did.
This is the headphone jack.
The headphone jack, which if you didn't know what a 3.5 millimeter jack is,
It's just your common fucking plug-in.
You're a fucking plebeian. You know, it's all fucking plebes. But it's all good. It's basically, it's a normal headphone jack. All right, and for most phones, that's what they come. Almost every single phone, that's what they come with, except for iPhones and now the goddamn Pixel, whatever the fuck. And I have a huge problem with that. All right, and it's not just because it's an old technology. It is an old technology, but it's still a relevant technology, and it's for a fucking reason. We still have not solved the fucking battery problem today. If I can't listen, some phones can go all day, all quote unquote day. When you say all day, you basically mean around 16 hours.
Yeah.
Like honestly, 8 to 16 hours is like the maximum amount of time you're gonna get out of that phone. It's not all fucking day. There is no phone on this planet with normal usage that's a smartphone that will last you an entire fucking day on normal usage. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Yep.
All right, and the same thing goes for the battery technology with fucking Bluetooth. All right, so when people tell me, oh, well, it doesn't have a fucking 3.5 millimeter jack, but you don't really need that shit because you can just use Bluetooth. Fuck you. All right. I have a couple of reasons for this. First of all, it's some other shit that I can fucking lose, a Bluetooth headset, because it's not connected to anything.
Yep.
And I can find the fucking wire pretty goddamn easy. Second reason is batteries still fucking suck. Very few affordable Bluetooth headsets can last more than 4 hours. If you listen to a fucking podcast, any podcast, or listen to a goddamn music all goddamn day, it's gonna die before that, and you gotta fucking charge that shit. How are you gonna do that?
Yeah, most people are watching YouTube and then Netflix, not drain your fucking battery. So
Also, the audio quality, which most people have just been tuned out for, is worse on a Bluetooth headset. I understand that most people cannot not perceive the audio quality drop on a Bluetooth headset over a high quality. Well, actually, you probably can tell it on a high quality wired headset, but there is a noticeable difference for some people, which sort of includes me because I can understand some of the audio quality drop. But for me, it's just some other shit that I have to fucking charge all the time. You know what I mean? Like these headsets that I'm wearing right now, these are the ones that I normally use when I listen to my cell phone, like with like songs and shit like that. And they require no power. They require no power, very little power from my phone, way less than goddamn Bluetooth antenna would. And it's not something that needs to go away right now. There's really, until you fix the battery problem, these technologies should not be going away.
People like it too.
Yeah, and I enjoy using wired headsets. I mean, there's no lag, audio quality is better, no fucking recharging, all that shit, and people are just all on board. And people are like, oh, well, Apple's, Google's just following Apple. Well, that's a terrible example to fucking follow because Apple is losing market share, you fucking idiots.
The only time, and I'm not disagreeing, the only time I can see some functionality of being wireless would be if you're working out at the gym and you want your arms free with
I used to have
For sure,
I used to have
yeah.
the Jaybird
have those
headsets.
too,
Yeah,
yeah.
they kind of were like the sport ones, but they were the old one. They would have the wire. They would go back, and I would just charge them on their little stand and everything.
Because with equipment, you know.
Yeah, because the cord. Yeah, if I'm running,
That's
does
how
happen.
I prefer it too. And
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of Bluetooth headsets.
Yeah.
I really do.
But essentially, like you're saying, that's just something to lose easily.
I've
Yeah,
lost
if they're
chargers.
small.
I've lost headphones. I've been in places, and I'm not bullshitting you, where I've had my Bluetooth headsets in, and because I'm at a gym, I don't go to gyms anymore, like workout gyms anymore. I go to jiu-jitsu gyms. But I've been at gyms before where there's like a whole bunch of people on treadmills where I have my Bluetooth headset in, and it's losing signal because there's too many fucking Bluetooth signals around. And it's happened to me multiple goddamn times, and it's so fucking annoying. You never, ever, ever, never, ever have this problem with a wire headset.
I agree. Yeah, I'm with it. All right.
So, fuck you, Google Pixel, and your fucking bullshit.
Was there anything else like really good about the phone? I mean, obviously you've gone over the negative. with it, but
Honestly, I stopped at that point. But I understand
Ran to
that
it.
the Google Pixel in general is an awesome fucking phone.
Okay.
It has a great camera. It has a great fucking screen. Has great battery life. It works on this really cool Google. Well, it's really cool yet negative Google Fi network. Listen, Google. I really wanted the Google Pixel. There's two things that were holding me back. One, I was willing to forgive. All right, the Google Fi network. I was willing to jump on board with that. But the other one was when I heard when they didn't have the fucking 3.5mm jack. I was like, all right, if you have that in there, I'll hop on the Google Fi network. I don't give a
why
fuck
not?
because the phone is awesome and it's cheaper than the Note 8.
Yeah.
But like at least $200 it should have been. But they decided to get rid of the jack. I'm just like, what the fuck? And so now your alternative is to use a fucking dongle. I'm like, bro, this is not 2001. I'm done with fucking dongles. Like honestly, I'm done with dongles.
It's
I
another
thought they stopped
accessory you have
making
to buy.
dongles.
Yeah, and another thing you can fucking lose easily.
Yeah.
Because I have a pair of Monster headphones I use at the gym, over the ear headphones, and when they die, you can actually plug them in
Yeah, there you go.
back into the jack if you lose power.
Yeah, and that's great. But yeah, if you don't have the option, and somebody
Shit, I didn't even know Monster made headphones.
oh yeah, they make headphones. And then shit, the professor was telling me, oh, just buy some USB-C headphones. Two problems with that. First of all, they're very few and far between. Second of all, I'm sorry, 3 points. Second of all, they're expensive. Third, which is not a huge deal for me. I mean, I can afford it, but they're not going to be, for the price, not as good as these fucking headphones.
Yeah, there you go.
And the third point is if I want to use those headphones,
You can't because it's USB-C.
no, I can't. No, you can. But how the fuck am I going to charge my phone? No, the fucking dongle.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're sitting on BART and your phone's dying, you can't charge your phone and listen to the headphones.
Yeah, but
Well-
like, what the fuck?
But my point was, what other USB-C devices could you use with the headphones that you're USB-C?
Yeah, exactly. It's just that one thing. I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah, so we need to talk about. We got to talk about this. We don't talk about it normally.
Go ahead.
Unless we're off the cast.
Go ahead.
But we need to discuss this. Rick and Morty season
great.
finale.
Jesus Christ.
We don't normally talk about the show.
I feel like I can't even remember it off the top of my head.
It was Sunday night.
This past Sunday?
Yeah, past Sunday night. First and foremost, season 3 has been
Goddamn, did I
absolutely
miss it?
amazing.
Have I not watched it?
Yeah, you must have missed it because
I thought maybe 2 weeks ago was a lot of fun.
no, it was last week. He fights the president. I'm not gonna spoil everything.
God damn it, I haven't seen that
Fights
one.
the president.
Fuck.
All kind of conspiracy theories are in there. Rick is a god, and Rick is actually the
He's
best.
Doctor Who.
He's the best fighter that's not in any fighting game right now.
He's like the best hero villain.
He's
Anti-hero,
just perfect.
maybe. I don't know about anti. He's
they
more.
wrap up everything.
He's more
with
villain
Beth
than.
and
No, they
the
don't. They don't wrap up. They actually
Anti-villain?
open. Yeah, he's more villain than
They
hero.
semi wrap up, semi add more questions on top of.
Oh, they definitely add
everything
more
with
questions.
that.
Definite more
it's
questions.
Must watch TV if you have not seen it. In fact, I'm going to encourage you just rewatch every single episode from season 3. This was magical.
Yeah, season 3 might be a little tricky unless I don't know if it's on demand.
Yeah, it is. It is. 'Cause
Okay,
that's
yeah.
how I watched it.
So
Yeah.
the first 2 seasons are on Hulu by far. You can watch them with no commercials or whatnot. Season 3 was just out of control. Like some people will argue, this is the best and darkest season
Oh yeah.
out of all of the Rick and Mortys.
You know what else I'm going to say? It's going to be a Golden Eggplant multiple nomination because you could certainly put it in the category of science fiction. You could put it in this category of cartoon. You can put it in the category of even comedy. It's that fucking good.
Well, we'll talk about the golden eggplants later, but yeah, was it last week that didn't show an episode and then they aired it this week?
It aired on Sunday. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck you mean by last week.
Well,
this
did they
week.
skip a week?
Maybe that's
No,
what threw me
no.
off. Because
No.
the last one I had watched was the one where they were pulling out shit from the box. That Beth.
Yeah, you're
they
two
mentioned.
behind.
Oh shit! I'm one behind.
He's one behind.
Okay.
Because that was the
Yeah.
last one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're one
I'm
behind.
slipping on that. Fuck.
Yeah, that's when it's like you get a revelation that the government and Rick is kind of overconfident, and then the government feels like they're also overconfident, so they know things about each other they didn't know that
No,
they knew.
here's what you need to fucking know if you have not seen this. Keith David voices the goddamn president.
Yeah, he reprises his role. He did
And
it before.
that's all you really need to know. If you don't know who Keith David is,
Well,
then
if you don't know who Keith David
you're just
is,
a chump.
you fucked up.
You know what? You a cuck if you
Oh,
don't know who Keith David
damn.
is.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows who.
Everybody
everyone
should know. You know that voice. You know what time it is. You know he gonna bring it. And yeah, I can't be more passionate about Rick and Morty. And I love new folks getting into it. Like one of my coworkers literally today was like, "Hey, I just watched that Pickle Rick shit. That shit was hilarious. I need more of this."
Yeah, you got to keep watching because it was fucking crazy. Yeah, because like if you think about it, Keith David goes all the way back. If you ever watched like the '90s.
Something about Mary.
Not even that. Gargoyles.
Yeah, that's true.
The Disney cartoon, like something that they stepped outside the box of, and it became a huge hit. And it's funny because like it's like Keith David and everyone else is like Star Trek Next Generation alumni on the show.
Let's do some BTI. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say what questions we got.
You mentioned the question.
Wait till he gets back.
Well, we can start it.
Well, we should probably wait till he gets back because this could be
fucking damn it. You
interesting.
know how to hit the fucking
Shoot the
price,
goddamn
man.
question.
Hold on, let me check this.
You ain't ready for shit.
Well, no, I'm checking to see if there's subsequent ones because your ass be printing
Fuck
out
your
shit.
subsequent.
I'm gonna slap the taste out your mouth. You gonna shut
ridiculous.
the fuck up and
Yeah.
this motherfucker. Oh,
Spider-Man is available on digital download for
I don't
those of
give a
you who
shit.
want to support the best superhero movie of 2017
don't give a
financially.
shit.
You can go and get that digitally on whatever source of media that you want. I will be probably getting it on hard copy because I like watching it. And yeah, Tom Holland's the shit. Gal Gadot is bragging about being on SNL, which good for her. Been there, done that for a million other people, but I'm glad she got work finally.
Wait, who?
After
who?
her movie.
Who on this
Wonder
one?
Woman. Gal Gadot. Someone. SNL.
Oh wow.
Shade
Okay.
out of your fucking mouth.
That's hard.
So this is the semi. So this is from England Blue Marvel. It's fucking dumb.
He always asks dank ones.
Yeah. So
good,
he
I
says,
like
"I have proof that Old Ninja is a vampire.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
He was in Spider-Man the movie and alive in 1960. Can you confirm or deny?" Eat a sack of baby dicks. That's all I'm gonna say.
God damn, he's a fan, man. He listening.
He can still eat baby dicks.
Is he
So
saying
can
this
you.
because you were Hannibal Buress in Homecoming?
Yeah, I guess so. And then there's this picture of this dude from the 60s. You can't see. Yeah, this dude over here. He asked us 2 hours ago.
God
I was like,
damn.
He was in Get Out. He was the TSA agent.
He was the TSA agent. in
That's
Get
not
Out.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, you
Got
still look
multiple
like
roles.
that motherfucker.
Eat a bag of baby dicks.
Yeah.
A sack of baby dicks.
We all know that the beautiful, lovely Israeli supermodel and
Goddess. Who
you
and military
Natalie Portman?
military hero, will be not only in Saturday Night Live, but she's also in a big budget movie coming in November. So that's two.
What role is she? Is she on the credits?
Yes.
She on the poster?
Yes, she's on the poster.
Oh.
Yeah.
What name listing? How far on the credits before I get to see
Yeah,
if she's
if
on
she
there?
first billing,
Yeah.
top billing,
It's
third
an ensemble-
billing.
This is an ensemble after her solo.
Oh,
Brie
Larson?
after all your
No, we're talking
bullshit.
about Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
What movie
top
she in?
billing. She'll be
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Justice
yeah,
League.
Justice League
Oh,
as the
yeah,
fourth
duh.
billing behind Aquaman.
All right. So this
What else you got?
this Be the BTI is based off of the Monty Hall problem.
The fuck?
Yeah. So I'm gonna need. So Prodigy, you're gonna be the contestant,
What is this?
and everyone else you can be the audience member or whatnot.
Fuck,
God.
man. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Game show?
Hold
We
on,
do a game
yeah.
show right now?
Yeah, it's a probability problem. But let me see.
If this is some math shit,
No, it's not math. Let me see pencil paper real quick. All right.
God.
So
pencil and paper on an audio fucking podcast
shut
for some
the
people who
fuck
are
up
listening.
over there.
Jesus Christ.
God dang. All right.
Do it,
So
old ninja.
you're gonna be on this game show, right? Pretend you're on the game show. There's 3 doors. Behind one of the doors
There's a pig.
is a car. The other 2 doors for you will be Zuck.
How is he in 2 places at the same time?
He's closed.
He's fucking the pig.
Yeah.
Both of them are Zuck?
Yeah, both are Zuck. Or both doors lead to Zuck.
All right.
How about that? So, which door do you pick?
I'm not picking Zuck, so I'm going to pick door 1.
Okay, now, you pick door number 1. I'm going to show you door number 3 has Zuck. So
already
now he has a
fucking
50-50.
so
Pretty much.
now,
he's
so
reduced you
now
to
that you know
50%
that
chance.
now that you know that Zuck is behind door number 3, do you stay with door number 1 or do you pick door number 2?
I stay with door number 1.
Yeah, why wouldn't you change your fucking that he chose?
Because this is part of the problem. Because it's a probability problem. If you change
This
your
is some math.
got it all fucked
Yeah,
up.
no,
There's no deal or no deal in that. You're supposed to cut him a goddamn deal.
33% to 50%.
it's a 2/3 thing.
Can
So
we hit the brakes on this bullshit before you ruin? Oh, go ahead.
how am I going to ruin this? Look, the probability is if you stay with what you have a 1/3 chance of getting the car. If you change your pick to door number 2, you have a 2/3 chance of getting the car. That's the whole part of the dilemma
It's
and
not
the problem.
necessarily true, though.
The part of deal or
that's part
no
of the
deal.
probability.
No, you
This
got
problem's
deal or no
actually-
deal so fucked
damn
up.
it,
It's
I knew it.
ridiculous.
This is part of
No,
this is
no,
part of
no,
the problem.
No,
Your,
deal or
your,
no
odds,
deal works.
your odds go from 33% to 50%.
Yeah, if he
basically
picked
all it is.
if he picked door number 1 by eliminating door number 3, he's not going to change from door 1 to door 2.
Yeah, he
the
might.
whole point of deal or no deal was once you eliminate door number 3, they'll say, "Hey, do you want to go for the car or you want to stop right now and get the motorcycle?"
Well,
That's the whole point of deal or no deal.
I haven't revealed behind the 2 other doors. That's the problem.
There's only 3 doors.
Yeah,
you said,
I
you said
revealed-
one
I
had a
revealed
car
one.
and one was Zuck.
2 were Zuck. 1 was a car. 2 were Zuck. He opened 1, or
Yes,
he chose
so
1.
now
I
there
didn't
are
open
2
it.
doors
so
left.
there's 2.
One has
So do you switch doors, or do you stay with what you pick?
This is the dumbest shit you have ever done, and you have done a
This is-
lot of dumb shit on this fucking podcast.
This is the fucking logic. It's not my fault that you don't understand fucking fractional math.
I'm gonna stick
You
with
said-
number 1.
You get
What's
Zuck.
gonna happen?
You get Zuck.
That's not necessarily true, though.
In this instance, he got Zuck because I already picked it. That's why I asked for this.
this was the dumbest.
Old Ninja, you were questioning Prodigy about logic. So, hold on. Old Ninja, have you graduated college?
Yes.
Have you graduated college, Prodigy?
I have.
With a degree? Mm-hmm. Old Ninja, what you got a degree in?
Computer science.
And how long did it take you?
It took a while.
How long did it take you, Prodigy?
4 years.
I'm going to believe Prodigy when it comes to logic. He's not a quitter.
Damn!
Wow.
That was a long setup, and then
Yeah. So first of all, I didn't quit college. I was forced to leave college.
You were
So,
forced to leave
Yeah.
college. You couldn't go to a different college and keep continuing at the
Actually,
same time?
I did leave
Superman.
and then came to another college, but because of being homeless, I had to stop going to college.
God damn it! I seen fucking Will Smith
Ninja,
doing shit
you
in
were
the BART
like
station.
50, 11 years old.
And your point?
How long? Why did it take you so long to get back?
Like I said, I was homeless.
I'm just saying, no.
You
So-
fuck,
I know that-
regardless of whatever. I've watched Deal or No Deal with Howie Mandel, and you did a fucking shit
Nope.
show of
No, it's not a shit
of the
show.
dead
This is-
dude that died.
Monty
by
Hall.
Monty Hall. You butchered his game because Deal or No Deal did not work like that.
No, it's not Deal or No Deal. This is
either-
called the Monty Hall problem.
Whatever. You still give
That's
him
not Deal or
you
No
give
Deal.
him an incentive to back off of his original choice.
So-
If you say 1, 2, or 3, he picks door number 1 and he says, "All right, well, I told you it's not number 3. All right, so I'm good because I know it's still 1's still my first choice. Why the fuck would I ever change off choice number 1 if you told me that it's still in the running?
It's still in running.
Unless
but
you got some sort of psychological problem where you're like, I'm gonna go to door number 2 because I can't function.
Well, now
There's no percentages over the head. You just know that, all right, I'm good so far.
you could
Unless
change
you
your
bribe him by saying, hey, we'll come off with door number 1, we'll give you $500 or whatever.
I didn't offer
Then
that, but he
that's
has
the whole point of
he
Deal
has
or No
the choice.
Deal.
He has the choice, and
Then
there's no
what's
deal or
the
no
deal?
deal. I
What's
didn't
the
offer
deal?
that. The
What's
deal
the deal?
is, do you want? I asked if he wanted to stay on the door or not.
That's not a
So,
deal. It's
he
just,
can still-
are
he
you
can
sure or no?
he is
That's the
free-
game that you were playing.
he
Are you
is-
sure or no?
He's free to
What's the
change.
deal?
He's free to change his mind if he wants, versus being stuck.
He has no
I
incentive
give him
to
an
come
out.
off of the thing.
I give him an out.
His incentive to come out would be
Well,
if you gave him a
There's
separate...
no car.
Yeah.
This shit is hilarious. Anyway, Old Ninja, I really want to hear about your homeless story on a different day. 'Cause I think we just kind of glossed over that shit a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of did too.
So the BART thing is true.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
true. That is true.
Not today, but someday we're gonna talk about how you became homeless and how you became not homeless.
That's a good story.
Yeah, because that's gonna be a good story.
All right.
All right, let's round it up. Unless there was any other final B's and B's.
Hold the fuck on now.
What you
hold
got?
the
You
fuck
missed
on
your-
now. I'm on this far away, but I can read from right here. I'm just saying, did we miss anything else important?
Superman's black armor.
No.
The merchandise
Cares.
revealed that he's going to be in Justice League like we all fucking
We
know.
all fucking knew. Yeah. Dark Knight Metal. You guys reading that?
I have not. I'm halfway through it, so let's save it for next week.
Okay. Mr. X, you reading it?
No, but I've read about it.
You need to read it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's let me just give you the.
It's like different worlds, right? Of Batman, different personas of Batman.
Yeah, so I'll give you like the quick rundown. This is not going to spoil a whole lot, but basically, Batman figures out that there's something with certain types of metal, and there's like a secret to it, and it turns out that it's like linked to the multiverse, and apparently in this multiverse, there's other Batmen that figure out that there's like an apocalypse coming, and they basically steal other people's powers to overcome that apocalypse and the end of their dimension, basically, our universe, and then come to a different dimension.
Yep.
And so it makes for really interesting shit because so far I've seen a Speedster Batman, the one that came out today was a Green Lantern Batman, which I haven't read yet. And then there's another one with basically like a cyborg Batman.
Yep.
Well, yeah, there's that one. I guess he downloaded Alfred's persona.
Yes.
Or something like that. Yeah,
That's the cyborg one.
yeah.
And Scott Snyder, one of the better Batman writers, is writing it.
Yeah, it's basically like what would happen if Batman was an evil version of every person in the Justice League.
So is this a part of Rebirth or is it his own little comic series?
Its own thing.
Well,
it feels
it's
It's
but
not.
it's its own thing,
It's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
happening in Batman Rebirth, right? It's its own.
No, actually, there's tie-ins.
like. Yeah.
Okay.
There is
There is
tie-ins with Rebirth. So yeah, I think Rebirth right now is still that's basically DC's Rebirth.
Yeah.
Right now at this point. So everything's gonna tie into Rebirth, and this is one of the better. This is like one of the first that I can think of off the top of my head. All right, you can internet prove me if I'm wrong. One of the first that I can think of events after Rebirth, like big events.
Yeah, they
After Rebirth.
they did
I'm
some.
trying to remember.
They did some minor
Like
ones.
big events, I guess.
Yeah, this feels like it has repercussions in multiple books. So
Yeah,
I agree.
They're usually pretty small, but this one, yeah, there's been tie-ins in a couple of books, so it's been interesting so far. And also today in comic books, Astonisher came out, which is from Lionforge, Catalyst Prime.
Okay.
We had somebody out from Catalyst Prime earlier. It was a really good podcast. Joseph P. Illich. Thank you very much. I was trying to remember his name. I remember just Illich, and I was like, what the fuck is his first name?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was on. I haven't read The Astonisher yet, but I'm going to read it probably tomorrow. So they're continuing their promise on keeping diverse comic books and just keeping a really cool new universe coming. And so I'm looking forward to reading it.
Good shit. All right, let's round it the fuck up. Stitch, what you got popping?
Let me think. Nothing really. Well,
You can't start off by saying nothing really.
I wasn't expecting to go first.
Well, you can start off with that and then just end it.
Just sort of relaxing. We need to talk about this coffee magical coffee spot we've been going to. We'll discuss at a later date.
You know what's funny?
Is it a Vietnamese coffee shop?
No,
Okay.
Not one
the
of
one
those.
the one on Warm Springs and Mission where the baristas are in lingerie.
Look, you got to let the audience know, give a hint of what y'all
It's,
talking about.
Starbucks.
It's this place called Pink Panthers, and the baristas are in just barely any clothing. It's their setup is it's like you remember those old like 1 hour
like
photo
Cafino.
drop shops.
It's
that
like
you,
a Cafino.
I guess whatever he's talking about, but yeah. And you go get the coffee and everything, and the baristas are in sexy ass lingerie.
Nice.
The
it's
one
like
today was in like fucking pasties and shit. It was pretty crazy.
Titty meat for days?
Coffee's cheap. It's good. It's priced like under than like Starbucks would, and you get a nice eye candy while you're
It's
having.
like a drive-up booth, right?
yeah. It's pretty awesome.
That sounds legit as fuck.
Yeah.
The funny thing you mentioned that is that I actually made a video today about making coffee, cold brew, and I did it in lingerie. So
Oh, God damn.
He was wearing pasties.
You put up like a
Stickers.
a lunch pail with the 35mm camera in it.
yeah,
Other than that, I'm trying to think what else I got going on. I did have on a sad note, I had a former coworker who was murdered at my previous department.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Lafayette, Louisiana. He was Corporal Michael Middlebrook. He was responding to a rob. Well, it was shots fired, but it ended up being like a botched robbery sort of deal. To make the extremely long story short, The officer saw a person who was injured inside the store clerk and everything. The call came in. There was shots fired. They saw a black person running away towards an apartment complex. He gets on scene, sees a person inside the convenience store, bleeding out and everything. Goes into the store. The gunman is in the store, shoots him in his face, and executes him when he's lying down and shit like that. So that was pretty crazy and traumatic. I worked with him for 4 years, and he was a great guy. It really sucks seeing all that stuff happen, and everything is just a reminder that it's a dangerous world out there. And I mean, obviously, it was a reminder of that with everything that happened in Las Vegas and stuff. It's just crazy, and you need to cherish every day as it comes and stuff.
Look at that. I like that. Good message. Old Ninja, you better not be doing no bullshit when it comes to games or whatever. What you got going?
The fuck you talk about? Who are you to tell me what to do with my life? Go fuck yourself.
You a cuck.
That anyway, I'll be playing more of the Battlefront beta as it goes live. Probably some more Destiny 2 a little bit. We are trying to set up another outing for a gentleman's agreement, so we're trying to lock down some time.
I'm working on the video. Actually, the video's pretty much done. I just need to know.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later so we can have it up. So hopefully when it goes live, we're trying to plan out another outing, probably with more members and affiliates in the next 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully, or even sooner. And other than that, I had something going on Saturday, but I think it got canceled. So other than that,
actually, along that same line about a gentleman's agreement, we should have a gentleman's night out.
Yes. Oh shit!
We should do another gentleman's night out at the Aloni
Cigar
Lounge. Yeah, the Aloni Cigar Lounge, which I actually know the owners, but we should bring some fucking bourbon and shit and just fucking go out there and let's fucking hang out. You know?
Yeah, let me set that up. Actually,
we haven't had one since that one, have we?
Yeah,
it's been about a year and a half. Yeah, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, Uncle Ray needs to be there. I need to take his money
for certain. Kronos, what you got popping?
What I got popping this week, I was fucking sick, which I rarely ever get sick, which most people know. If you know me, I hardly ever get sick. It was a bummer. I had to take a day off of work because I just needed some fucking rest. I was like, Jesus. But you know what I did on that rest? I played fucking Zelda. I woke up a little late, and then I played some Zelda. So I got back into Zelda Breath of the Wild. The game is fucking great. I haven't beat the game yet, but I could beat it right now if I wanted to, honestly. Yeah. But I've just been having fun playing the game. It's such a fun fucking game. The Nintendo Switch has been such a breath of fresh air with gaming. It's been really cool. I'm going to get back into Destiny 2 shortly, as soon as I get done playing Zelda, I guess. And other than that, looking forward to getting back into Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to sign up for another Jiu-Jitsu competition in November. I'm going to be doing the U.S. Open. So it's my first tournament as a blue belt, which is weird because I've been a blue belt for like 2 fucking years. So, yeah. Mr. X, are you going to compete at the U.S. Open?
I don't know yet. Depends if I get my weight down to where I want it to be.
Okay, just don't go to 81? That's what I'm going to be competing at.
Can we fight against you?
Actually, no, we can't, because I'm older than you. So, yeah, it wouldn't matter anyway. We'd be fine. Yeah, no, because in jiu-jitsu competitions, they do it by weight class and age.
Oh,
and I'm
really?
old as fuck.
Unless we do the Open. Wait.
Yeah, if we do it open, that'd be an epic match. It really would. So we did
another half-hour match.
Yeah. We steal all the time. Anyway,
am I still the youngest, or are you older than me? I don't even know.
I think he's younger. I think he's younger than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year were you born?
81.
I was born in 82. So
okay.
Yeah.
Millennial.
Oh fuck! But yeah, I've been kind of looking forward. I've been sort of thinking about competing again for a while now, and then my instructor was like, "Hey, you should do this one coming up." So I was like, "All right,
where is it?
I'm gonna fucking do it. It's gonna be at the Cow Palace."
Okay,
nice.
So yeah, it's a big tournament. So
it's a lot bigger. It gets bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, because it used to be like in a way smaller venue, right?
I lost sound.
Oh,
I lost sound.
Oh,
yeah. I can't remember where it used to be. I think they used to be like they've done it like Sounds A at the I don't know, some performance center over there, but now it's at the Cow Palace, so it's huge.
That's good.
Yeah, it used to be the Kezar Center too, right? Is one of them?
See, I can't hear you.
At the Kezar Center.
Kezar Center.
Yeah, I think they've done it there. I can't remember if it's U.S. Open or not.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and just my daughter started walking today.
Very nice.
So that was pretty awesome. It's weird. to see
Chaos.
that. Yeah.
Coming.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
We're already prepared. Like we have like a whole block. You already seen the house.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah,
have,
I got a
blocked out
runner.
for
He's gonna be
Yeah,
running.
they got that Coliseum, that gladiator toddler
Oh,
Coliseum.
no,
Hey, if you want to be prepared,
two
I'm
babies
gonna
in
my
her-
youngest for a couple
two
days.
babies in her
'cause
one
she's
lead.
crazy.
What's up?
So if you want to be prepared, you gotta let you have my youngest for a couple days because she's crazy.
No,
That
I'm prepared for that.
That
Yeah,
girl
I
will
mean,
be climbing stuff all the time.
Well, actually,
yeah, climbers are dangerous.
Riley's already started like figuring out how to climb shit. Like anytime there's anything elevated, she'll try to get on top of it. So I'm just like, fuck.
No.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
Charlotte pushes things against other stuff to climb up on other stuff now. It's crazy. I found her on
Yeah.
top of bathroom sinks and
Oh shit.
Damn.
Man.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm going to be live tweeting Deep Space Nine this weekend because I've been binge watching. I'm towards the end, so you can follow me at The Old Ninja on Twitter, and I'll be live tweeting some DS9 episodes because I'm almost done.
We did not talk about episode 3 of
No, we didn't.
Discovery.
Yeah, we
Star
were
Trek
going to, but
Discovery.
you left. So.
Yeah, sorry. It
We'll
was great.
talk. We'll talk next week.
Yeah, we'll talk next week. We'll talk about episodes
3 and 4. Yeah.
Episode 3 was fucking awesome. I still stick to it. If CBS would have put the trailer as episodes 1 and 2, they'd have been way better off as a company and for people and then getting people on to CBS All Access, which is a bullshit fucking service. I'm just saying, but you would have got more people on that shit.
All right. Even if it was on Netflix, they still would have.
It's a Netflix. If you were Canadian,
Well,
what's that
yeah,
boot?
but I'm talking about across the board.
Yeah.
CBS fucked up. They dropped the ball on this. I'm liking the show a bit more, but there's still. I got to see what they do with Harry Mudd when he shows up.
Well, we'll save that for next week though. Mr. X, you first of all, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Filling in for Blue very well. You got anything you want to promote or?
See,
Talk
this
about
week,
poppin'?
what am I doing? Tomorrow morning, I'm leaving for the happiest place on earth.
Oh,
Disneyland again?
Strip
clubs?
God damn.
Oh,
Taking my little exes trick or treating.
oh
Very
wow.
nice. Oh wait, so this is the Halloween time down there.
Halloween
That's
time.
right.
Yeah.
I'll go trick or treating over there and get a ton of candy and hand those out for Halloween rather than buy shit.
Very
Right
good.
on.
You collected before, and then you
Yeah.
that's awesome.
You gotta teach. That's how you teach them about paying taxes.
That's hey, listen, y'all. Mr.
like, I
X,
need all your Kit Kats because
Mr.
of the
X,
government.
Just give your pro tip.
Yeah.
And then let's see, I went back to Jitsu yesterday because I was off for 2 weeks and my wrist was fucking killing me.
Oh, what? So what did they say?
I didn't go to the doctors.
What the fuck, man?
It still hurts, but I haven't gone to the doctors.
You
That does not sound good at all.
So hold on, real quick. We're gonna pause this for a minute. All right. So Mr. X might have the same injury that he basically injured me with. Is that I had my TFCC? It's a tendon that goes through your wrist,
Okay.
and it's not like if you feel on the outside of your wrist, the opposite side of your thumb, there's like that little knuckle thing on your
Yeah.
wrist. There's a tendon that runs through there, and mine got torn from rolling with him for like basically for fucking forever. And I just didn't notice it until it was too late, and it was fucking torn. And then he told me he had basically the same injury, and I had to have surgery to fix mine. And now he's like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna."
Go to the goddamn doctor.
Go to the fucking
I'm
doctor.
pretty sure it might be a tendon because it hurts when I rub it,
Yeah, it doesn't.
on
it doesn't
that
get better.
but it doesn't feel torn. But
Don't
I don't know.
compete.
Who knows?
Without going to the doctor.
I don't know. I just wrapped it really tight and rolled yesterday.
Good God.
I rolled today, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right.
And think that's it. I've been catching up on fall TV.
Good shit. Good
so
shit.
good.
Real quick, I'm gonna try to get back on Destiny 2. I gotta get my light level up to do some raids. 280 is the mark, right, old ninja?
280 is just barely to get you in, but you should aim higher.
All right. I'm still watching with my son some Naruto. Please watch Black Clover on Crunchyroll and season 3 of Food Wars.
Yes, that comes out like this week or next week, something like that.
In between watching more Neo Yokio, though. Get your
God
Toblerone
damn.
out.
You said
Fuck
Black
that
Clover,
Tootsie Roll
right?
shit.
Black Clover, yeah, I
watch that
mentioned
shit.
Tootsie Roll.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. All right,
Yeah,
check
Tootsie.
us out on Twitter at BeThenBTI. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/BeThenBTI. Actually, yes, that's right. BenHabProductions.com/BeThenBTI. You can listen to us on, obviously, hopefully SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Player FM, Stitcher. Yeah. Oh, check us out on Instagram. There's not a whole lot of action right now, but you can see all of our past stuff on there.
You got 15 seconds.
What else have I got?
Food or dick puppets.
You know what?
Team Samsung Note 8.
Amen. Got mine.
Coffee shops.